Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, everybody. Oh my goodness. Guys, first of all, my deepest apologies to everybody for tuning in late. Guys, I know I am ridiculously late. I am literally like 15 minutes late, and I feel so bad. I am so sorry. My deepest apologies to every single person that has joined this live conversation right now. Thank you all so much for your patience. And once again, I am sorry for being late. I do not take your presence or your time for granted. And for those of you that have been watching the show, you know that right before I joined this live, there was this crazy, chaotic conversation that involved Kola, Doris, and then Doris took the conversation to Dede, and then Kola took the conversation to Jason. I am having a headache. I am having a headache because I'm asking myself, when will this end? When will this madness end? Because see, I must give it to these housemates though, especially these people that are involved in this drama. They are so creative. I mean, it's the way they can make a mountain out of a molehill. This thing they are talking about was just about a freaking bed. A freaking bed. Dede's freaking bed. First of all, it was Dede's hog, and now it has evolved to Dede's bed. And now it is causing a serious issue. Like, guys, I am so confused. I don't even understand. Why is Dede's bed causing such an issue? It is madness at this point. Madness. I mean, I literally outlined a bunch of things that we're supposed to discuss today, and then boom. These children decided that Dede's bed was going to be the topic for today, this entire whole day, because Kola woke up in the morning and the first thing Kola decided to breathe in, instead of breathing the breath of life that our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ has given to us for free, Kola decided to breathe in Dede. I am tired. I'm not even gonna lie. I am tired. If I see Kola right now, I will spank him to bits. But anyways, I'm not gonna spank him because he is doing a fantastic job, keeping his name on our mouth, because we are talking about Kola. We're talking about Dede. We're talking about Doris. We're talking about these housemates. They are doing a fantastic job in Big Brother's house. And regardless of the fact that the drama can be chaotic sometimes, come on. That is why it is a reality TV show. We want the drama. We want the chaos. And one thing I would definitely give to this housemates is their creativity. The way they are very, like, they think on their feet. They just know how to twist narratives and come up with the most ridiculous and cringe-worthy type of content. And I am not mad at it. I love it because I would take this anytime, any day. You know that TikTok thing that people say, oh, eat it all up, eat it all up. I will eat this one all up than to be served another dose of boringness from last season's show. Yeah. So yeah, as much as it is chaotic, ladies and gentlemen, I am enjoying it. So yeah, once again, you're all specially welcome. You're all specially welcome to today's YouTube live. My name is Glory Elijah, as you already know. And of course, this is Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah. I call myself the girl with the tea. And guys, today's tea is quite hot because I have been putting out videos on my YouTube channel all week. I have been tweeting as well. For those of you that follow me on Twitter, massive shout out to every single one of you. I must give it to all of you on Twitter, shall. There's no toxicity this season towards me. Okay, maybe I'm being too quick to speak because this is only the second week. So let me keep my fingers crossed. let me keep my fingers crossed, but you people are actually trying. Much love to every single one of you out there. Yeah, but yeah, as I was saying, I've been putting out videos this week, and you see, I find this season so intriguing because the amount of content we have gotten this week alone. In previous Big Brother Naija seasons, yeah, one content from this week is like the entire talking point for one whole week. But this week alone, we've gotten over 10 serious, elaborate, chaotic talking points. And listen, it just makes it also fascinating and it makes the experience really worth it. And I'm quite excited about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do today, because I don't want to talk too much. I said this is less talking from me, more listening to all of you. So I'm just going to go ahead and outline, or rather read out the major conversations, all right, out of the varieties, the rich varieties of drama that the housemates served us this week. I'm just going to go ahead. English will not kill me. Amen. I'm just going to go ahead and read out the ones that are quite deeper than the others. All right. And when you come on to speak, what I would love for you to do is just pick one or two of the matters arising and give us your own frank opinion as we do it over here. All right. So yeah, let's begin. Oh, and shout out to every single one of you that were literally waiting in the comment section on YouTube. I see you guys. You guys are simply amazing. Thank you so much for making our time to join the live stream. Thank you. Okay, let's just get right into it. So the first drama that I would say was quite jarring, that really shook a lot of us, the viewers this week, was Thelma's HOH guest pick. Yeah. Thelma picking Kayikunmi as her guest when she won Head of House on Sunday. That was massive. And briefly, I'm going to tell you why it was massive. It was massive because Thelma was one of the furniture sleeping housemates last week. Yeah. And before I even get into what Thelma did, I don't know if it's just me, but how many of you have noticed that there's something going on with these housemates this season? If you notice, all the people that gave us madness last week, all the people that gave us drama, all the people that gave us chaos, how many of you have noticed that they were kind of low-key chilling this week? It was as if they decided that, okay, let me rest. Week 3, we go again. I mean, that's what I noticed that they've been doing. We're talking about the likes of Mensen. Mensen has been kind of quiet. I did not hear pressure. I did not hear pressure this week. I did not hear kill the chicken. I did not hear all of that this week. They've been kind of chilling. Ortega has turned into Gandalf, the philosopher. He has been advising people left, right, and center. He has been chilled. No fight, nothing. Who else? Okay, Imisi as well. Although she had that clash with Thelma early Monday morning, the first morning of Thelma's brief head of house reign. But Imisi has been quite peaceful. As a matter of fact, she has been shipping. And guys, another thing I noticed about this season is that last week was for madness. This week, the theme of this week, aside Big Brother giving the housemates a theme for fitness and lifestyle and healthy living and all whatnot, the thing that the housemates are giving us, the viewers, is that this week, the topic we are focusing on is shipping. So all of you come to class with your book and biro. Come and take a seat at the front space of the classroom. Come and listen and learn how to ship in Big Brother's house and how to act like a fool, how to act stupid for love, like Kayikunmi was doing. He will complain about Isabella 1 minute. The next minute, once he sees her body, her bum, the guy will rush back again. They say something must kill a man one day. Kayikunmi is chasing what wants to kill him inside that house. So this week, it's really been heavy on the ships and the dynamics of the chaotic triangles and entanglements that have just been brewing and brewing and brewing. And then right now, today of all days, it's exploded. And please, if Kola's family members, his management, if they are on this live stream right now, I want to send you a private message, although it's public, but please, people should go and pray for Kola. I am afraid for Kola's BP. That guy looks like he's going to have a high blood pressure very soon rising because that guy is stressed. Kola is so stressed. Every time Kola is talking about this Dede's matter, it's like the guy is turning from light-skinned to red, and then sometimes it's as if he's going to turn to purple. Hello, Kola is stressed. I don't know if it's a strategy. I don't know if he's actually acting it all up. Kola is freaking stressed. His family members, they need to put him in prayer that this game that he is playing, let it not increase his blood pressure more than it should be, because that guy is really stressed out. I mean, I'm enjoying the madness. I'm enjoying the toxicity, but Kola needs to take a breather. At this point, I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him because it's like he's the only one that knows where his problem is. They say it is he who wears the shoes that knows where the pain lies. I feel like it is only Kola that can come and explain to us what is really paining him in that house, because that guy, he has tied and untied. That is a rope. How many times today? It is madness at this point. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, not to deviate too far from what we're going to be discussing today, as I said, the first thing that is on my list is Thelma's guest pick. Yeah. Thelma's guest speak. So when you come on here, I would love to hear your thoughts about it. What do you think about Thelma's gameplay? Because for me, I felt like that was a banging way for Thelma to reintroduce herself to us, the viewers. Because in the first week, right, aside the first introduction that we got about this housemates on the stage, where we got to meet her for the first time, we had our first impressions about them. Thelma came in as one chilled babe, mother of one. I felt like she was going to be chilled, but hell no. The moment that girl won head of house, it was as if Big Brother unleashed the dragon. The only thing that was remaining was for Cisco to enter the house and go and shout, yeah, yeah, that kind of thing. The girl just unleashed, and oh my goodness. It was, see, I had to heave a huge sigh of relief because for some weird reason, I was happy. I was happy that Thelma unleashed for us to know that, hey, hello, I did not come to this house to come and sing Kumbaya. I am here as an active participant. I am not a spectator. So Thelma unleashed. And though a Head of House reign was very brief, but I think it was quite effective, to usher her officially into the scene of drama, to show us that she's actually quite vocal, to show us that she's a very, very blunt person, brutally honest, and sometimes can be very unnecessarily mad. Yeah, I did say that. She can be unnecessarily mad because I discovered about Thelma this week that she doesn't necessarily have any problem with any of the housemates, but if she decides in her mind that she wants to fight you, she would collect receipts of all the drama and all the fights that you have had with every other person in the house, and she would base her reason on that. And I'm like, in my life, I have never seen a person that they no send a message, but that in using hand send himself message. In other words, there is no problem, but you just create a problem so that you can use your own hand to solve the problem. Thelma by herself has been creating a catch-22 situation in Big Brother's house. And in the weirdest way, it's been working for her. And so I'm really proud of her. I like her technique. Quite interesting. We're seeing the Iron Lady, and we're seeing the woman that is determined to stay to the finals and possibly win that money. So yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts about Thelma's Head of House guest pick. Also knowing that the person's boyfriend that you want to go and pick is Isabella that is not well upstairs. I want to hear your thoughts. The next one, Victory's guest pick. A lot of people have been criticizing Victory, and I'm wondering why. And I'm asking you people, is that what we are doing here? Are we using emotions to watch the show this season, or we're actually using logic? Because as far as I'm concerned, Victory is one of the most strategic and logical thinking housemates this season. Take it to the bank, take it anywhere, and they will give you a stamp that, yes, Glory Elijah is telling you nothing but facts. Victory is playing the game as it should be played. When you watch Big Brother UK, you watch Big Brother America, Big Brother every other country around the world, you would see that the quality of game that Victory is playing, it is not a child's play. It is not a typical housemate type of game. That guy went to the school of strategy. And as a psychologist, an Uber driver or taxi driver, and pig farmer as he is, that guy has sense. That guy has sense. My only concern for him is that the viewers that we have, okay, let me not insult people. God, please, I'm not insulting everybody, but the majority of the viewing audience that we have for Big Brother Naija, a lot of them have not fully developed, right? They've not fully developed to the level where they can accept that villains can actually exist in the Bigiverse, that's in the Big Brother game. They have not fully come to terms with the fact that the Big Brother game or the show instead is a competition. A lot of people still think that, oh, is it not a reality TV show? And when people say that, I'm like, okay, please define reality TV show. Carry your dictionary and define reality TV show. And they cannot define it. And then they also forget, okay, fine, it's a reality TV show. They will say, oh, it is to come and show how people can be themselves. I say, sit down there and be fooling yourself. There is no single housemate that comes to Big Brother's house that 100% is being themselves. And I'm going to tell you that is a fact. Why? Because there's a competition at play there. If there was no prize money to be won, then I could slightly agree with people who are, who are heavy on, housemates are being themselves. We cannot judge them. Like somebody was telling me during the week on Twitter, or you cannot judge this person. You don't know how they feel. And I'm like, hello, the only way Glory Elijah will never ever judge the tactics of these housemates is if she's brain dead. I am not brain dead. By the special grace of God, I am healthy, I am sound, I am sane. So why will I be watching the Big Brother show and I cannot analyze it and I cannot dissect the dynamics of human relations at play on my TV? Why? Anyways, I digress again, but I don't want to digress anymore. Tell me what you think about Victory's guest pick. Him not picking Gigi Jasmine, but going ahead to choose Joanna. And then when it came to using his veto power of save and replace, going ahead to save Kayikunmi instead of his friends, Bright or Gigi or Joanna. Although I fully embrace and accept all the reasons he gave, because that is actually the smart thing to do. Yep. But I don't know about you. So I would love to hear your thoughts. And then Kola smear campaign against Dede. Ladies and gentlemen, Kola provoked a lot of people this week. But for me, Kola provoked and impressed me. When I watch these housemates, I always leave my mind open, right? And I always leave my emotions to embrace two different types of sentiments towards whatever they display on TV, right? And the reason I do that is because I am allowing myself to be humane. Yeah, I'm allowing myself to be humane and human as well, to be in tuned, in touch with the humane side of these housemates. But then when I tend to get very critical and judgmental about the things that they do, that is the logical part of my brain, critically analyzing the game, the show, the personalities in front of me, the characters, the behaviors that they display on a daily basis. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Because when you're watching a show like Big Brother, if you are just a regular viewer that is just watching the show for entertainment, that is fine. But for someone like me, that is an analyst of the show, I cannot afford to watch the show only for entertainment. I need to also check things out, right? There's people that have their head in the game and people that do not. So as I was saying, I said that I was pissed at Kola, but at the same time, I was so impressed. And I think I actually mentioned that on my videos, right? Now, why was I impressed? I was impressed because, wow, it takes a lot of brain work to be able to concoct a plan like that. Because it could have gone either ways, right? Kola could have simply decided that, okay, this girl has been rejecting my advances, not, and I told her I like her. She said she has a boyfriend, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Fine, whatever. But then he realized that, no, for what? I came to this house for the 150 million naira or 80 million naira and other prices. So how dare I just be mediocre? How dare I just be like a docile horse in Big Brother's house? A girl is telling that she does not like me and I'm going to take it? No way. I'm going to shame her. I'm going to disgrace her. Even though the whole of Nigeria and Africa will be mad at me, at least let me trend. And what I am trying to say in essence is this. Kola meticulously, I don't know if that guy plans that whole thing in his sleep or in his dream, but Kola meticulously decided to be a madman for 1 week, or let's say one whole day, right? And I think he was very fast in thinking. It means that guy is very smart, like properly smart. That madness started from the diary room when he went for his diary room and Big Brother asked him a question. Do you feel played? It was as if a knot in his brain went loose. Kola went unhinged. And in a matter of seconds, the moment he came out of the diary room, he started his press conference. For those of you that don't understand what press conference means, we are calling it agenda. You are agendering, you are sending propaganda here and there, agenda up and down. You are planting seeds of discord against another housemate in the minds of other housemates. That was what Kola was doing. Kola knew that what he was doing was wrong. But for him, that is his own way of solidifying his storyline. It wasn't just enough for Kola to wake up one morning and decide that, oh, I'm mad because I tried to hug this girl and she refused to hug me. No, he decided that the story needs to be solid. And there's also the curiosity of us, the viewers. Kola understands. I don't know if he understands. I'm probably just giving Kola too many accolades at this point in time, but whatever. Whether he did it knowingly or knowingly, but it's working, right? So Kola probably understands that the viewer's interest in the show thrives on, hey, wait, my brain is skipping. I'm trying to put it the right way. Kola understands that a housemate is more interesting, fascinating, and intriguing to viewers when they have a solid storyline that can stretch for days on the show. I think I got what I want to say now. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I think he understood that. Kola needed to solidify his storyline because we were all kind of dismissing the story like, they did not argue, you are crying. Is that all that there is going to be about your storyline for the entire season? What else? And then this guy decided that, oh, let me just be mad. And he went on and on about, oh, she's not giving me attention. So it's no longer a hug, it's now attention. So from attention now, today, what are we dealing with, class? Mr. Lecturer, we are dealing with Dede's bed. And then tonight, after the party, Kola is going to have a conversation with Dede. And guess what? Bright was advising him to have the conversation inside the party hall. He said, no, cameras are going to be on me. It's a lie. That guy is a criminal. I wish I could see Kola right now. Let me give him a criminal, bombastic side eye. Kola is a madman. Guys, I'm not insulting him. In this part of the world, when you say somebody is a madman, you are so thrilled by how brilliant the person is. So it's more of a compliment. It's not an insult, all right? So I tell you again, Kola is a madman. And do you know why he's a madman? He knows that if he approaches Dede for a conversation in the party hall, us, the viewers, will not hear anything. Agenda will not agend. It will be a fruitless endeavor. The journey shall not be fruitful. So what did Kola decide to do? He's going to wait till the party is over, when their microphones will be working, when the cameras will be looking for conversations that are very interesting, because the cameras know that every Saturday after the what they call it, the samba dance with alcohol, the marriage of alcohol and romance and sweat and grime and stomping and dancing, there's always bound to be chaos. So Kola is deciding to give us drama tonight because he knows that that conversation is one conversation that us, the viewers, have been waiting for. And one thing again I'm going to tell you all is that Kola is very smart. He knows that if he has that conversation during the week, do you know what's going to happen? On Saturday, some other housemates might decide to go crazy and it's going to completely erase the existence of his highlight. So what did Kola do? He decided, okay, fine, I'm going to stay away from this girl from Tuesday till Saturday, because he did not talk to her this entire week, right? So Saturday, he knows that almost all Nigerians are going to be watching the show, right? Almost everybody, they're going to be watching the party. And almost everybody are going to be waiting for the after party because they know that madness must happen. So Kola is very smart. If you can give him a round of applause, please go ahead. I wish I could give him a standing ovation right now. But yeah, that guy is really good. He's got his brain intact and I'm really impressed. But the part that really pissed me off was the humane side of my mind. Yeah. Now, that is the side of my head that is very much in tune with my human emotions. Why? Because that was a blatant lie. Everybody knows that Kola was just speculating. A dirty, nasty speculation that was aimed at putting Dede in a fix, in a very, very isolated situation where the whole house are going to see her as a bad person. And then automatically she's going to become a threat. And when she becomes a threat, everybody is, because everybody in the house, they already have a grudge against Dede and her friend Mide. So what was supposed to happen was that during nominations or maybe during anything, housemates are just going to get emotional. And then what's going to happen? They will nominate her, right? They'll nominate the girl and she'll be up for eviction. And then maybe Kola is assuming that Dede does not have a huge fan base already. So what's going to happen is, well, she's going to be up and most likely she'll be going home because there are a lot of strong personalities in the house. And Kola is probably calculating that the noisemakers in the house, they are probably the ones that have a strong fan base already. So Dede is literally not doing anything in the house. She's lazy. She's not doing shit. So maybe, just maybe, if he's able to convince the whole house that Dede should be the target for the week, they will nominate her and she will go home. Yeah, that's a very diabolical plan. But ladies and gentlemen, as I said, I was quite impressed because it's not easy to think of such diabolical plans in Big Brother's house and actually pull it off without getting burnt in the process. If you see Kola pretending to be homesick or lovesick, it's a lie. That guy is not sick. He knows what he's doing. Anyways, let's move on. I would love to hear your thoughts about Kola's plans, or rather his smear campaign against Dede. I love the fact that Dede went to the diary room and meticulously, like a storyteller, narrated everything, the entire truth, the entire facts of the matter from top to bottom. And everybody watched it and realized that Kola is actually lying. And I'm sure that Kola knows that everybody has clocked him out. So he had to come up with this bad situation. But anyways, I'm going to stop talking about that one. Now, we move on. The next one, Zita and Mide's fight. Ladies and gentlemen, in my entire life of analyzing the Big Brother show, I think this is the first time that I would see something that looks similar. Okay, this is not the first time. I think the first one was between Pere and Doyin, right? So this is the second time that I would see something that looks like physical violence, right? And I took my time to investigate. And I realized that no, it doesn't have to end in a disqualification. Why? Why should it? Why? That's why I gave my own verdict. I'm not Big Brother, of course. Don't mind me. I mean, I don't think I matter in the grand scheme of things anyways, but as an analyst of the show, I decided to do my investigations. I decided to analyze the situation and I came up with my own verdict. And my verdict is that both girls are liable to be punished. Yep. None of that should be disqualified. It should not necessarily result in a strike, but a punishment or a warning. Now, the reason I do not want it to result in a disqualification is so that it does not tone down the level of drama we are getting, because it's still quite early in the game. The moment a disqualification happens, it just might affect the performance of these actors that we have in the house, because I am seeing these housemates as actors. They're in there, they're acting out of character, they're trying to give us a 10 over 10 of their personalities and their alter ego's personality all in one. So they are actors at the end of the day, right? So we do not want to tone down their action, right? So we do not want to give anybody a disqualification. Also, I feel like a strike now, it's probably going to reduce the 10 over 10 to an 8 or 7 over 10. And we don't want that to happen just yet. Maybe in week 5, somebody should get a strike if they deserve it. But now, nah, I think it's still quite early. But a punishment will suffice. You know why? These housemates are crazy. They like punishment, eh? You need to see the way they are behaving. Big Brother will warn, they'll still be doing. See, this is one season where I advocate for housemates misbehaving. You know why? Because the more they misbehave, the more we get entertained, the more the content overflows, and the more they are confident in their prowess to give us a show this season. And also, the more they are confident enough to unleash the entirety, the full extent of their 10 over 10. And I am all for it. So I'm not too strict this season. But then again, I am not Big Brother, neither am I Big Brother's assistant. So I don't know what Big Brother's verdict will be. Whatever Big Brother's verdict will be, we shall see. And that is if Big Brother is going to address it. Because Mide went to the diary room and she was sort of reminding Big Brother of his duties, like, oh, Big Brother, I wanted to be sure that you are going to handle this matter because I don't want Zita to think that she can do whatever she's doing and get away with it. The way Big Brother shunned her, I felt like sending one champagne bottle to Big Brother, because that was just the perfect response. Like, girl, who are you? Why are you rushing Big Brother? Do you want him to carry Zita and her slippers and throw her out of the house? Like, girl, calm down. And that was cool. But anyways, I would love to know your verdict, your judgment, your analysis of that situation, all right? And I'm quickly moving on. The slut shaming of Dede by the 3 Herculean witches. I call them the Herculean witches because, of course, I love a lot of animated movies a lot, and I've watched Hercules. And you see those three witches, the way they complement each other and the way they borrow each other one eyeball to see into the future. That is exactly the way these three girls are behaving. They behave like they are sharing one brain. They behave like they are sharing one eyeball, like those witches in the Hercules animated movie, right? I'm speaking about Sultana. Oh my God, Sultana is so vile. I still cannot decipher because I'm actually very good at deciphering the character of these housemates. I'm very good at deciphering their actual personalities away from their gaming personalities. But you see this Sultana, oh my God, she's cringe in a very exciting way. She's very cringe in a very exciting way. Sultana, Doris, hey, Jesus. Hey, at the mention of Doris, Gloria Elijah is scared. I'm scared for the people that fall prey into diabolical plans in that house. Doris, oh my goodness, Doris is very, very vindictive. And I put it to you that everything that is happening with Kola in that house, the way Kola overreacts a lot of times to situations, Doris is the puppet master that is pulling Kola strings. Every time you see Kola getting stressed about one rumor or one speculation or the other, just know that that rumor is proudly sponsored by Doris. And in a way, I'm not really surprised because she said it on the stage that if anybody comes to her in a negative way, papow. So currently, she's giving Kola papow. But anyways, back to the question now. Or not really a question, but the next topic that we'll also discuss. Then Doris saying that Sabrina told her that Dede is a sugar baby. In other words, a kept woman by an older rich guy. You see, when it comes to such speculations on reality TV, as much as Gloria Elijah loves fun, drama, chaos, entertainment, when it comes to such negative allegations, I will never stand for it. I don't like it. And I don't like it because of the kind of society we live in, right? The kind of society we live in, especially in Nigeria, the moment an allegation of such gravity is stapled onto an individual, especially a woman, a female, it doesn't matter whether it is a reality TV show. As I said before, some of the viewers that we have, they have not been exposed to the level of how reality TV shows should be, right? So they take some of these things way too serious than normal. And so what happens is it ultimately becomes a stigma on the female housemate that such a label has been stamped on. And that is exactly what Doris, Sultana, and what's her name now? Sabrina, that is what they did. They've looked at Dede, and because they are so insecure, they are so sadly insecure, they looked at this girl, they felt like, oh my God, this girl is so perfect. She's beautiful. She's smart because they keep on saying she's dumb. I feel like it's because they know that the girl is smart. So the only way for them to console themselves is to believe that the girl is dumb, right? So they've seen that she's smart, she's beautiful, she's elegant, she's classy, she has composure, she's always comported. She's what else? She's elegant, right? And she's very, very refined. That's the word. She's very refined. She's like all these Nepo babies that their family is so wealthy and they polished her to bits. The only language Dede understands is soft life. And when she says soft life, it cuts across all facets of her life and even her environment. She does not like toxicity, negativity. So they've seen all of these things. And in their head, they are asking, how can somebody be so perfect in Big Brother's house? How can somebody be so unfazed in Big Brother's house? So what they're trying to do is they're trying to stain her white. Dede's white in their eyes is very pure. So what they're trying to do, every time they come together talking about Dede, which is now very annoying and boring, they look for one thing or the other to stain her white. And it's very, very disappointing, especially coming from people like them. like Doris, who is very accomplished in whatever she's doing, from Sabrina. Oh my God. Sabrina, with all of her achievements in this life, with all of her glory, such diabolical speculation coming from those girls, it is a shame. And I really wish that Ebuka will question them about it tomorrow during the live eviction show, because I want drama, of course. I want chaos. I want Dede to be provoked. I want her to say something. I want to see a reaction from Dede. That is if she will give us a reaction. But at the same time, I want them to know that the viewers heard what they said, right? And I want them to give us proof. Shebi, you did there when the man was pimping Dede and giving Dede money for services. So you need to give us receipts. And I would like for Ebuka to ask them just one simple question. Were you there? You know, when you ask people that question, were you there? They become dumb. They're like, they begin to stutter. So I want to know, Ebuka should ask them that question, right? But yeah, I want to know your sentiment about that. When those girls spilled that distasteful gossip about Dede, how did you feel? Were you excited? Because, you know, your people are very weird, though. People are very weird. I put out a tweet about it, and I saw some people commenting that, so everybody gossips about everybody in that house. People should leave Sultana alone. People should leave Doris alone. You know, when people type things like that, the first thing I do is I go to their profile, because I want to see who is talking. At least I am public now. You can see my face, you can hear my voice, right? So yeah, whatever. So when people put out such thoughts in public, on a public platform, I immediately go to their profile. I want to see what they look like. Because sometimes when you see the way they look like, and then you try to put it side by side with the tweet or comment that they put out on the public space, you cringe, because you're like, oh my God. People are going to think that they're actually talking to human beings. They're actually talking to dance people. Like, really? Is that how shallow your mind is? I mean, I'm all for playing dirty. Like, look at the pranks that Zita is actually pulling off in the house. It's exciting because we've never seen something like this before. Usually, it's Big Brother that sends his ninjas to pull off pranks. Usually, it's Big Brother that appoints housemates to pull off pranks in the house. But this time around, Zita came into the house without any form of instructions or guidance for a 21-year-old. I think she's 21, right? For a 21-year-old, for a young girl like that, came into the house and she took it upon herself. And she is pulling off all of these pranks that is putting tension in the house. And the housemates are speculating. And the funniest part of it all is she is so invisible in that house. She is so unnoticed in that house. The housemates think she's the most boring personality in the house, that they do not know that she's the one tensioning all of them. And for me, that is a different angle to the show this season. And I love it. You know, so why am I citing Zita as an example in this matter? She's giving us a crazy type of drama that will cause you to be provoked, that will cause you to be angry. But she's not giving us the type of drama that will go to the extent of actually tarnishing the image and the reputation of our fellow housemates. For me, the moment a housemate toes that line, you have crossed the boundaries of entertainment into being completely stupid. I'm sorry, but it has to be said. All right. So I would love to hear your thoughts about that. Now, moving on, their relationship, the dynamics of Doris, Sultana, and Gigi Jasmine's relationship. I don't know how many of you are aware, but their relationship is on the rocks. They are not necessarily on good terms currently because they have been passing negative gossips about one another. And you know the funny thing? Gigi Jasmine is at the center of it all. So she's receiving gossip from Sultana about Doris, and Gigi Jasmine is actually reporting Sultana to Doris because Doris is entertaining Victory's advances towards her. So the three of them, I don't know, they're just using each other at the moment, right? But they're still maintaining beauty, like nothing is happening. And I find it very interesting because their relationship became stronger based on the mutual resentment they have for Dede and Mide, especially that Sultana. So now everything is on the rocks. So I would love to hear what you think about that. And then finally, okay, I wanted to point out the fact that today Sultana said that Imisi fingers herself whenever she sees Faith. See, I don't even know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel. I'm still asking myself, is she supposed to open her mouth and say that? Because while she was talking, she saw that the cameras was focused on them. And so she was forging ahead with that information. She was saying it, and she was providing details, and she was giving explanations that, hey, God, guys, do you know that this girl actually said in an intro video that she does not like gossip? So every time Sultana is gossiping, my heart skips a bit because I'm like, hey, Jesus, this girl actually told us that she does not like gossip. How come she is the gossip peddler? Calm down, Larry. Breathe. Sultana is something else. I mean, don't get me wrong. The gamers part of my brain is actually enjoying the fact that she's tensioning us, the viewers, with all of this nastiness that she's bringing to the table. But then again, one thing I know for sure, one thing I know for a fact, and guys, I'm not saying this because I do not want any particular housemate to win or not. No, but this is a fact. In all my years of watching this Big Brother show, right? I mean, Big Brother Nzamzi, the South African version and the Nigerian version, I have never seen a housemate that is so vile and vindictive, and then they are declared winner. The viewing audience, they do not like that level of dirt. They do not like that level of playing dirty. I mean, some of us, we enjoy it when you play dirty, but there's a way you play dirty, it completely strips you of your humanity and it makes you look so evil. And that is exactly what the likes of Doris, Sabrina, and Sultana are doing at the moment. Gigi Jasmine, guys, I think I'm going to have to do a video where I analyze the strategies of all of these housemates because I have a lot to say about Gigi as well, just as much as I have a lot to say about all the housemates. So watch out for that video, all right? But in the meantime, I want to know what you think about the spillage from Sultana. And then finally, our golden boy, the intelligent master, the doctor of everything, Faith. Faith caught the heart of millions of viewers yesterday by his presentation during the wager. And I put out a video about it this morning and I saw over 400 comments from all of you? Over 400 comments. That's a lot. So I really want to hear from your mouth what you think about Faith. I saw particular comments that I found very interesting. Somebody was saying that, oh, maybe this is the season where we're going to have somebody that is quite intelligent and but undramatic winning the show. What do you guys think about that? I don't know. Hey, I'm here for the entertainment and all, but what do you all think about that? And this is where I'm going to stop talking because I want to hear from all of you. So please, as I told you all, when you come on here, you have just 10 minutes to pick one or two of these matters that I have raised, speak on it so that we can move on quickly because there are a lot of people that would love to share and contribute to the conversation. So please, let's not dilly-dally. Let us not waste time. Please be considerate of other people that would love to speak as well, all right? I don't want to shut anybody up. I don't want to remove anybody who is speaking for too long. So please, 10 minutes per person, all right? So if you're on YouTube, the link is in the comment section below. Click on it and I'll bring you on. If you are on Twitter, we already have a lot of people on Twitter that wants to speak. If you're on Twitter, go ahead, send in your request and I will bring you on here to speak. So we're going to begin with Omar on Twitter. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. You're welcome. How are you?
Good. I mean, a huge follower of yours on YouTube.
Okay.
And anytime I see an update or notification that Glory has uploaded, I'm running with my tea because I want to hear all of the tea that you have to spill.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, but again, this I mean, for me, for this season, if you're not voting for Faith, who are you really voting for? Because I think Faith had shown us what it looks like to be calm.
Yeah.
Yet brings substance and engagement. But also he has shown us that even amid chaos and turbulence and everything, you can still rise through it all. If you put yourself together and put at the back of your mind that you are, you know who you are, and not just stopping at knowing who you are, but put in the work, you can always win through.
Yeah.
And I really admire that about Faith, and I think, and I hope everybody sees that this season, we've seen people that were dramatic one before. We've seen people that have, that fought.
Yes.
So hard, and then they won. So let's give chance to someone that is intelligent, maybe less dramatic, but yet keeping the audience engaged. Because watching Faith yesterday, I was like, wow. That is all that I could say. Knowing that this guy didn't have access to internet to have gotten all of the information he's gotten.
Yeah.
To put this together and speak that way shows you that this individual has depth. And I think sometimes too, we need to celebrate people on that side of the aisle as well. And secondly, it's I just want to speak about Sultana.
Okay.
And Victory a bit. I think Sultana, I like the game that she's playing.
Yes.
I think Sultana, through her emotions, before she entered the door, she's just showing people that, at least my opinion, is that she's showing people, if you come to play the game, play it to the last bit. Forget about whoever is a friend on the side. You can always make up if you reach your destination, right? But if you want to carry everybody along, at some point you might all sink together because you might not reach and they might not also reach. So I hope in that. I hope on the outside she's a lot more considerate to people's feelings and their opinions and all of that.
Yes.
But inside the house, what she's doing, I truly like it. And for me, aside Faith, Victory is my standout. I think Victory is very similar to Sultana.
Yeah.
In the way that they both take emotions out and just play the game.
True.
Because having seen Victory justifying why he decided to choose Joanna over Gigi and why he decided to save KK.
Yes.
For the opportunity he had as head of house to do so, I was like, yes, this is an individual who knows why he is here. And this is an individual that probably spoke to himself and said that my emotions can wait. I'm going to express them when I have reached my destination. But at this point, the game has to be played, and he's really playing the game. And I really appreciate that. So yeah, I think for me, these three housemates are the one that are doing for me. But let's all vote for Faith. Faith is my number one,
You know what? I totally love what you said about the fact that Sultana put her emotions back home and came with the mind of a gamer to play the game. And that is absolutely correct. The same thing almost all the housemates are doing, but some are just way more brutal and savage than others. And Victory, Sultana, they fall in that category. However, the question is, and this is a very, very vital question, by the way, the question is, are the viewers ready for such brutal players? That's the question.
I really think that if you watch the show because you want a gamer to win, right? If that is what you like, because people have different preferences. I am not going to vote for Sultana. I am not going to vote for Victory, even though I like both of the games that they're playing. I am going to vote for Faith because it's been long. When I say it's been long, not because other housemates haven't brought what Faith has brought to the table, but I think personally I'm very drawn to intelligence. I'm very drawn to individuals that are very intelligent, and I found that in Faith, and I am aligning myself to him because of that. But if you are an individual that likes a gamer that enjoys the game, you should not look further than Sultana and Victory. Because for me, these are the two people that are telling everybody, you know what, fuck your emotions at this point. Let me play the game, and I'm going to make up at the right time. That is my interpretation of what they are doing. And I think, they might go far, though.
Yeah, of course.
Gamers outside there.
And I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you because people like that, they usually have longevity in the game. Why? Because they continue to spice up the show, number one. Number two, they update the viewers. There are things that happen around the house that we don't see because the camera doesn't show us everything. For instance, her allegation that what's her name now? Imisi fingers herself in the kitchen. because of Faith. It's something that she just puts, like, it's like a piece of the puzzle that she just puts for us, the viewers, because we know for a fact that Imisi has been torturing Faith with, oh, I want you to touch me, I want you to hug me, I want you to cuddle me. She's been chasing this guy around the house, and she's vindictive at the moment because he rejected all of her advances. She even told Big Brother in the diary room that she wants to play some mental fuckery on him because he rejected her. So Sultana now, like a spiritual being coming to share this information, it's like, oh my goodness, could this be true, right? So I agree with you. But thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
All right. Yes, let's speak with the next person. Enoch. Enoch, you are welcome. How are you?
I'm fine, Glory.
Yeah.
You're also fine.
Good, good, good. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Is it Glory?
Yeah.
Let me go straight to the point.
Okay.
Sultana keeps me glued to my seat.
Okay.
In fact, Sultana is a reality TV material.
Absolutely.
Indeed. Sultana, for me, I have come to the firm conclusion that Sultana is being her real self. I don't think there's a different Sultana out of the one that we are watching.
She says she doesn't like gossip, but the person in the house can gossip for Africa.
Yes. So I'm saying that she's her real self. She can be condescending. She can be chaotic.
Yeah.
She's told us that even her siblings,
they don't like her.
They don't like him, even though they are best friends. Yeah, you see, that's her reality, and I enjoy people like that. She's not faking it. And see, I've watched BBNaija for a very long time. I can say on authority that Sultana is the most brutal female housemate in the history of BBNaija.
I agree.
I've never experienced anything of that sort.
I agree. She's worse than Venita. She's worse than
She doesn't
Venita.
have friends. There's no loyalty.
Yeah.
You can press her press today, tomorrow she's off.
Yeah.
She can tease you tomorrow there's no strings attached. She's here for the game and for the game alone.
Absolutely.
You see, on the next issue, for instance, you see, the genesis of everything that happened, women react differently from guys. Guys had the same issue with Dede, with the way she carried herself on the first day. And the women also experienced a similar thing. But women and their pettiness sometimes and jealousy and all that. So it played into the game right from the onset. And Sultana thought that she would be the face card of the season.
I know.
Yeah. But unfortunately for her, she had a competitor in the day.
Yeah.
So as a matter of, you see, and it's instructive. If you go and watch the video again, the moment Ebuka advised them that this season is not about my brand, this season is not about I'm sitting there watching, she activated into a beast mode. She started moving funny.
Yeah.
And you see, her strategy is simple. Try as much as possible to neutralize the male allies of Dede. Because as far as she's concerned, Dede is the competitor.
Yep.
Doris and Co are not playing any game. She is playing the game. And I respect her for that much. And see, the comment they made was very despicable. You don't have any evidence that Dede is a sugar girl or anything. Because at least Dede told us that she has a good home. The family caters for her anyway. So you don't have any evidence to draw that conclusion. And I think that particular comment, it was Doris who said it.
Yes.
And it must be condemned in no uncertain terms. However, Dede is also not a saint. Dede is also not a saint. We heard Dede describing the guys who were chasing her as fishes.
Yeah, just like the guys are referring to her and what's the other girl's name? Sultana as Ronaldo and Messi.
So when it comes to describing people in this despicable manner, Dede is what I say. Imagine if it was Sultana who had described the day as a fish. Hell will have broken loose. How would the guys feel if they come out tomorrow to see that they were described as fishes in her net? It should also be condemned as much as we are condemning Sultana.
Okay, hold on, Enoch. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Not to play Dede's defense actually or anything, right? But I don't know if you're in Nigeria or maybe in Ghana, but over here, okay. All right. So in Nigeria, yeah, it is not necessarily derogatory when people say, "Oh, there are many fishes in the ocean," right? It's like saying that you have different choices. So it's not like when you say that to someone, it's not necessarily an insult, but except if you now decide that you want to, you want to now twist it into an insult, but it's not an insult. Yeah, it's not.
I understand you, but you see, it depends on how the person sees it. You know, some men have egos. I understand you, but it depends on how people will see it, and those on the receiving end. If there are a lot of fishes in the ocean, fair deal. But maybe Kola may not like the fact that you are categorizing him in the midst of others as fishes in the sea that you can toil with. So that's the point I'm driving. I'm actually driving to.
Okay.
In a nutshell, I think that, and I repeat what I'm saying earlier, Sultana keeps me glued to my seat.
Absolutely.
She's one of the reasons why I am watching the show.
Yeah.
Because it gives you the juice. She's chaotic. She's brutal. She's beautiful. She's strategic. And her social skills are much better than Dede. And I'll give it to her. And you see, interestingly, this is the very first time that after 2 weeks, I don't actually have a clear favorite. Many of them are competitive. They are competing strategies. They are competing social skills. When you want humor, you have K-Bobo with his unique accents. You have Rude Boy. You have culture. And I think you need to make a video on culture as well.
No, I'm not doing it, yeah.
She's bright. He is Bright Pro Max. One of the best instigators BBNaija has ever seen.
That guy is an instigator to the core.
Instigator. So in a nutshell, I think so far I'm enjoying the show.
Yeah. And
once again, I'm saying what I said last week.
Yeah.
Doris has disappointed me.
Yeah.
She has not lived up to what I expected of her on stage. She has disappointed me.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Before you leave, I wanted to say something. This might seem like I'm countering your opinion, but you know I'm not doing that. We just like to banter a bit. So I want to say this here. Somebody is saying I'm defending Dede. Unagotaya. Anyways, Unagotaya, because I will always share my observations. Anyways, I wanted to say, you said Sultana has a much more better social skills than Dede. And I want to tell you this here. If you look at those, if you put those two people side by side, they actually have, both of them, they have great social skills. And I'll tell you why, right? So Sultana's social skills is loud. When she wants to break into a friendship group, she comes with some sort of speculation. And because those housemates, they have nothing during their board, so they try to, be up to date with what's happening around their house. So anybody that brings any speculation, they accept you into their friendship corner, right? So that is how Sultana is able to break into the friendship circles. And that is why the guys that she is fooling around with, they are aware of their existence in Sultana's life, but they don't care, because she knows how to handle them, which is also a very interesting gameplay she's having currently. Now, for Dede, on the other hand, Dede's gameplay is very silent, almost unseen, almost unheard, but it is evident. It is very real. Why? Because she is not she's not noisy, but her movement around the house, which is very sneaky, by the way, it is shaking a lot of friendship groups. Look at Doris calling out today to come and by herself confess to Dede, "Oh, Dede, I don't hate you." They say, "I hate you, I don't hate you." Dede does not even care about if Doris hates her or not, right? But she has a way of making herself completely unavailable in an available manner that even housemates that think she's proud, the moment she goes to them and says hello, they jump on that hello as if their life depends on it. So if you notice currently, even Bright that does not like Dede, that said that Dede not hugging him bruised his ego because he has never experienced such rejection in a long time. Bright during the pool party was literally the one serving Dede drinks. But every time he wants to talk to Kola, he's always telling Kola, don't chase after her, don't chase after her, she will come to you. But suddenly, Bright is the one now that is warming up to Dede and giving Kola tips on how to get Dede back. So what I'm trying to say is, if you watch the show, right, because a lot of things happens every minute of the day in that house, you will find out that once Dede makes a move to any housemate, automatically they become friends. And slowly, that's personal grudge that every single housemate had against her last week, the ice is melting. So I want you to be on the lookout for that. Okay?
Yeah. Valid point. I agree with you. But you see, when you situate whatever you are saying in its proper context, you realize that if there were to be nominations today, the likelihood of Sultana not getting nominated or getting high nominations over the day is still high. Why? Because you see, Sultana built her social skills with the housemates right from the onset. You see, Sultana was able to relate with virtually all the housemates from the onset. So it's not about, and interestingly too, she's not really had a bad start with many of the housemates from day one. A few, one and two, but she's kept her composure when it comes to relating to housemates. And that is what she's leveraging on. So all that I'm saying is that Sultana is the one to watch.
No, of course you can. Of course we can watch them. Of course.
No, is it? Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised that along the line, Sultana will warm herself into the day.
It's been happening.
I'm saying
it's been happening.
I'm saying that Sultana doesn't have friends in the house. Everyone is a pawn to her game.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes her more dangerous than anybody else. And she doesn't have filter. There's no iota of shame around Sultana. She doesn't give a damn. She's a Muslim, as she claims to be, but she's drinking Guinness in the house. And there is no quote, principle or conviction when it comes to Sultana.
Okay.
She's playing it to the latter.
Okay, so Enoch, I hear you, Enoch. I hear you, Enoch. But you see, ever since I started watching this Big Brother show, I have experienced over 100 housemates, male, females. I even expanded my scope to watching the foreign Big Brother. And then there was this particular TV show on Netflix I reviewed last. I think it's on is it the $1 Million Millionaire or something millionaire? Yeah. You see, one thing I learned with all this, my extended watchings, right? It is that even the ones that people are not seeing, they are very obvious gameplay. They are actually the most dangerous ones. You know why? Because those ones, yeah, they are playing to appeal to the audience. Yeah. What's Dede? And that's why I told you that these two people, they are playing fantastic games, but in different ways. Whilst Sultana is just, she's just executing. She's the executioner. She holds no hostages. She's just chopping down, executing. Dede, on the other hand, she's playing into the emotions of the viewers. She knows her audience. She's playing into the emotions of, especially, this rising feminist now that believes in boundaries, that believes in don't touch me without my consent, all those kind of things. She's playing into the hands of those people. And let me tell you, those people, they call them arisers or whatever, right? And at the end of the day, yeah, those are the people that will keep the housemate in the house. The only way a housemate like Dede, or let's say Tracy now, that also lacks social skills, the only way those ones will be eliminated, because someone like Tracy, she might not even be nominated for the next how many weeks because she's not offending anybody, right? The only way she'll be evicted is if the head of house mistakenly go and picks one trinket from that tree, and the trinket says automatic eviction. That's the only way someone like Dede or Tracy will be evicted. I'm just letting you know that there are different ways that this game is being played this season. And you
agree. But just for Dede, last point. Just for Dede. You see, I think that Dede didn't play the game from the onset. The storyline naturally evolved around her, and she capitalized on it.
No, I think that's why you're mistaken. I think that's why you're mistaken.
No, you see, Dede came in with that laid back girl vibe. Then the men's egos were bruised. They said, okay, yeah, let me enjoy the attention. Let me capitalize on the storyline to at least play the game.
I think that's why you're mistaken. You know why? Because some individuals come into the house as housemates and their target are the female housemates. Their target is to form alliances with all the females. And that is what the likes of Gigi and Sultana are doing, right? Dede, on the other hand, our focus is not on the female housemates. Our focus is on the male housemates. And so she waited for the guys to come for her to start executing her plans. The first strike that Dede executed this season was, I don't do hugs. And that went viral. She knew it was going to go viral. And you know why that went viral? Because Nengi did something like that to Ozo. The night Ozo was evicted during the lockdown season.
I remember.
And you understand? Dede is she's playing a very sneaky, manipulative game. If you don't watch closely, you think she's not doing anything, right?
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you that Dede is playing a game. He's playing a subtle game. Excellent one for that matter. I agree with you. Excellent. But you see, all that I'm saying is that Dede, if the guys had not come around, Dede would have been stuck. Dede would not have moved away from her comfort zone.
But the guys would definitely have come now. It wasn't supposed to be a female season.
Sultana, she didn't even have to wait.
But that's what we're saying, the same thing here. Sultana's game plan was to form female friendships where she can gossip and find comfort, and it's working for her. Dede did not come to the house for the female friends. She came to the house for the guys, and that is why she has many fishes. Today it's Kola. Look at yesterday, she was quarreling with Jason Jae, but there was coin available. So she's keeping, anyways, I just want you guys to experience for yourself, but I feel like I'm actually overanalyzing at this point. But yeah, thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Glory.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. I always enjoy bantering with you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right, so let's quickly move on to YouTube and speak with the amazing, amazing people there. Hi, Shield.
Hi, Glory. God, I almost unmuted myself because Enoch was just choking me with the Dede was not playing the game. So enjoying the conversation. I'm like, Glory, please let me unmute because Enoch is just busting my head. You like Sultana, that's cool, but don't come and say Dede was not like the first. And even when she walked in the house, the way the girls looked at her, Glory, I just knew that Dede would be the main character of the show. I just knew this is another Kosi that has arrived. Because, I mean, this is so unfair. Like how Enoch was just explaining was so unfair. The first, and I'm so glad that you even brought the hug thing, because that was the first thing that even became the main conversation in the house and outside the house. Kola was everywhere talking about, not even the guys. I mean, it started with Kola, with Sabrina. And they were discussing about Dede, and like I think Dede did not hug Jason, so they were discussing about it. It became the main topic in the house before even Sultana came in with her allegations and speculations. So I mean, if Enoch was here, I would have asked him this question: if there was no hug in that, if like maybe Dede hugged Jason Jae and there was no conversation about it, what would Sultana even say? Because Sultana's main highlight started with the speculation about Dede. That was the first night, the gossip fed. That was when Sultana was even trending. Like, I did not even see Sultana. Like, Sultana was doing this friendship thing with all the girls. It was that night that we saw that, oh, this is Sultana's strategy. If it wasn't about the hug, what would Sultana even say? Like, what what would be the conversation, the main topic around that table, that midnight gossip? So, Enoch, I do not agree with you because Sultana has made the day her topic, her trending topic. I mean, if Sultana doesn't speak about any girl maliciously, let's be real, Sultana wouldn't have anything to talk about Sultana. If Sultana was like like, I mean, apart from the gossiping, what made Sultana trend was the kissing with Coin. So let's eliminate the gossiping. Glory, what about Sultana would we talk about? Like, what would we be talking about Sultana did today? So I don't really agree. Yeah, because I mean, you are saying Enoch was saying if the guys don't come. Yeah, if we take the guys out of Dede's game, I mean, we will be left with, the friendship with Mide and all that. But you can't point at Dede and leave Sultana. If we eliminate the gossiping part, what about Sultana are we going to even talk about? So everybody is playing their game. You don't come and say, oh, like Sultana is playing a perfect game. And yes, her game is very malicious and her game is through the gossip. He spread rumors and we are all on our toes like, hey, this girl is very wicked. Like, how can you be saying the person is a sugar baby and all those things? Yeah. And we are on our toes because of that. If she doesn't say all these things, we wouldn't be here. Like, what would we be saying about Sultana? So Dede is playing her game. Sultana is also playing a game. You shouldn't uplift one and say that, oh, Dede is playing a very, like I said, I like how you describe it, very silent, just like Kosi. You know how BB Titans, the Covins made Kosi their topic. And yeah, gossip cannot take you to finals because one thing about gossip is that there's a target. It's very malicious. You are spreading rumor. It won't take you to finals. The reason why, if you look at BB Titans, the reason why Yvonne went to the finals and all the Covins got eliminated was because she smartly, found her own storyline with this South African guy. I made viewers interested. But if you make your own storyline about one particular thing, one particular person, you are indirectly, making the person popular. Because by no mistake, like how you said, if, the head of house does not eliminate Dede already is heading to the finals. I can't say the same to Sultana. Sultana, like the viewers, we know she's playing the game, but emotionally, I wouldn't vote for Sultana because this is too malicious. Like for us, that we usually, we don't watch reality TV and be like, oh, we are just watching. This is reality. Like we kind of, they are investing in our emotions. We always remember, this person, how she's playing is just like this wicked girl that played me some time ago. So they are all playing with our emotions and we are voting. It's the viewers that are voting. So me, I'll pick Dede rather than Sultana. Sultana's game is very brutal and malicious and I enjoy it, but I wouldn't vote for her to stay to the finals. Dede is giving me something to vote for. Yeah, so
you use Sultana for the kicks, for the vibes, for the entertainment.
Just like Cassia said, you play the game to Onyeka, you play the game and forgot the money. And that's what these girls are doing. They are playing the game and forgetting the money. You guys, they always forget the winners. Winners are not the ones that, give the most content. I mean, check now. Glory, am I lying? Check. We are the ones voting. So, they should just entertain. We will choose our winners. So, Enoch, I do not agree with you. Dede is playing a master game. She has become the main character in everyone's story. And you can't say that, just because she's not playing as Sultana, she's not playing a good no, I do not agree. So funny enough, I came to talk about Faith, but Enoch just bust my head. I had to talk, I had to counter every argument he made. So yeah, I just want other people to talk, so I'll just leave it like that.
Thank you so much, Shield. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Thanks for sharing. Thank you. All right. Fortune. Hi, sis.
Hi, Glory. Hi, everyone.
Hi, you're welcome. You're welcome to the conversation. How are you?
I'm so happy. I'm happy. I'm good, and I'm so happy Shield is here. We used to be on the live like 2-3 years ago. We used to follow each other, and at that time, like I
Yeah.
didn't have anywhere to watch Big Brother, so there were so many lives happening on Saturday. I remember seeing Shield. We would be on the one live when it finishes, then would come here, but we
And you
found
know
home,
each other
so
there.
this is now home. You know. Yes, we would always see each other on
Nice.
some of the. There was only two at the time. There was another one that was happening super early. We would
Yeah.
attend that immediately. Then would jump over to you because we just wanted to keep talking about the show. So it's so nice to hear from Shield. So yeah,
Nice.
Glory, I will
Nice.
try to really note and use the 10 minutes. Can you guys hear me properly? Because my network is down a
Oh,
little bit.
yes. I can hear you. Can hear you
Okay,
perfectly.
good. Good. There's a delay, Glory. So let me just carry on so that we don't speak over each other, right? So
Okay.
the first thing I want to talk about is just how you are the best at this. I know you've read the comments and people are saying a lot of BS and a lot of comparison and other things, but I know you've also appreciated the comments about the good stuff. Online, there's nobody else better than you at this. I can tell you now. And I mean,
Thank
it's
you.
everything else aside. You are so meticulous. You could probably
Thank
miss
you.
one or two things, and perspectives can differ, right? Because we're human. But really, I
Yeah.
like the attention to detail. It is so good. I've got the privilege to watch the show on my own this year, so I don't really have to depend on the internet, for things. But
Nice.
even after watching, I still have to come to watch what you say just to see another perspective, right? And you did correct me on Faith because I may have missed some things because of work, and my perspective was a bit different, right? And the young man is intelligent. I'll give him that. Very
Yeah.
intelligent. I still think the
Yeah.
complex is there. He has a bit of a complex, but he's covering for it by his intelligence, and it's good because
Yeah.
you study yourself, you see where you lack, you see an area where you can develop and become an expert in a certain area, and you buy yourself a good life using that. So he always talks about being the small person in the house, but he has the loudest voice. And I mean, he showed these
Yes.
guys flames. That day I was so pissed, but I had missed a lot of the stuff that had happened during the day. So I'm happy for Faith. I think it's good that he got the recognition from the housemates that he got, right? I want to talk about a few things, but I'll be super quick. First, I want to
Okay.
address one of the comments you gave on what's Dede's husband? What's his name?
Kola.
Kola, yes. Kola, Kola's game, let me tell you, unless it's a plan that he had, or maybe he's improvising as he goes, the problem is it's all exciting for us to watch, but I'm afraid he's elevating everybody else's game. And I'm not sure if what he's doing is building a fan base for him outside, right? Because you need to balance out the toxicity, the nagging, the sympathy. Oh, I'm being done like this. She's doing it for the wrong person because that girl is loved outside. So it's very difficult for people to now say, oh, Dede did this to you. Ha, we're going to vote for you. I haven't seen that online. And in a
True.
time where people have started voting, we might see a surprise this weekend because if people are not voting for you to stay, it's a challenge for you to stay simply because you've been following a bam bam behind. It's just not
True.
enough for the viewers. It's exciting to watch, but it's not the thing that's going to make a person say, let me vote and see more because people are busy voting for their person, right? So whilst I'm excited in seeing all of this, I'm just worried for his gameplay ahead of tomorrow, where a lot of people will go home tomorrow. I'm sure the number is going to be more than two because there's just too many people in the house. So I'm worried for him in a way, in as much as we want to keep seeing him. Although I'm done with the accents, because I don't even know if I'm American, Canadian, or UK at this point. I find myself watching Gigi and I sound like her. I'm like, when you said it yourself, I was like, it must be the effect of this thing, because after work, I just leave it playing. And I'm saying the already, and that's never me. I'm Zimbabwean. Our English is very different from
Yeah.
American. And I don't know. It's so infectious when you watch, especially because Gigi gets a lot of airtime. So it's just,
Yeah.
one of those things. But anyway, back to Kola. I hope he survives tomorrow. I really hope he does, because we just want to see how he spins this into next week, because it looks like he has a lot in his bag to give until the end.
Yeah.
He carries a lot, right? The other
Yes.
thing I wanted to talk about, you didn't touch on, but I'll just bring it in because I had done my homework based on what you said. I'll quickly talk about this part. The people that I want to see go home, because everyone has delivered. 27
Yes.
or 26 have really outdone themselves between last week and this week. There's a few people, including Tracy. I would like to see the back of Tracy tomorrow as she leaves the house, because you can't come to the house and act like Big Brother begged you to come. That's what she acts like.
She's
She was,
eating all the food.
oh my goodness, and she doesn't even cook. I saw her begging Ortega for a pie. Or is it something? She said, when you finish, can you make one for me? If I roll the pie, will you get? The guy was just not having it, because you're not cutting the onions, you're not doing the tomatoes, you're doing nothing. I just think Tracy, I'm not sure, because you see, she had an opportunity to carve a storyline for herself when she fought with Big Soso, because not everybody likes Big Soso outside. Now, if you tick Big Soso, you could potentially get the sympathy vote to just buy yourself another week. But she didn't do that. That's the only highlight she has. What the crying, where she was feeling lonely in that one, that's it. And it's not enough for you to get votes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And it's just also these housemates, they've laid Big Soso. I don't know if they even watched the show, because they even call her mom now because she feeds them. I was just like, have you guys not watched the show before? I don't want her to leave, but I want her to have some competition. These guys, these big men are calling her mother, and they said, oh no, she's the new Mrs. White Money. And she's laughing and eating all that shit up because it's going to take her to the end. But what they don't get is, when you control the kitchen, you don't just control the food. You control the emotions of the people and the whole vibe. When they're hungry, they're thinking of her. Even this morning, that 5 a.m. gang, I was watching them. They dislike her a little bit, but they will never tell her. They will steal the food
Mm-hmm.
and cook it in the middle of the night and then smile at her and say,
Mm-hmm.
Mommy, can you feed us? But, you know, it's
I
all
saw
of those
them
things.
boiling rice. People know what they were doing.
Ah, when they were eating that food, I was just like, please hurry up before the people wake up. But
Oh my god, it was
I
crazy.
honestly think that people have said on Big Soso, she is going to be in the final. Nobody is going to openly put her up, and the outside loves her because she's likable and everything. And I wanted to talk about if IB, I'll just call it IB because sometimes her name, my tongue twists a little bit
Beautiful
with
bar.
Fubara,
Yes.
Mrs. Doing 2.0. This girl, I wanted to go, and I will explain to you why I wanted to go. This
Mm.
lady came to be Big Brother's employee in this house because the way I remember it, there is a therapist that you can get via the diary room, but she is doing the therapizing. She's therapizing everybody, and she did it too early. She came here, she's becoming the therapy doctor, listening to their stories. Now her head is full with everyone's strategy. She doesn't even know how to carve out her own story. If you watched her diary session, she was so confused. And all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, people are playing the game. Of course, people are playing the game, but now she doesn't know how to insert herself to the extent that she now wants what's his name, Bride." I was watching
Yeah.
her talking to Bride, and she says, "Do you think me they will feel somehow seeing us talking?" I was like, "Girl, please, it's too late." Because you see, gone are the days of waiting for week 3, week 4 to act. The game started way too fast because there's so many people. So I'm happy
Mm-hmm.
for this girl to go because this was not a job interview. She was not supposed to come and be the doctor. She needed to come and entertain us, not to listen to everyone's problems. And you see, the problem is, even as a therapist, you need to keep those things confidentially. If you want to be a
Mm-hmm.
therapist, be that and be confidential. But she takes this, just gives a bit to that one, talks about this. So she's all over the place. She will lose her mind if they keep her any longer. I'm happy to see her go. The last
I
person.
did. I totally agree with you on Ibifubara. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but I have to say it. Ibifubara pisses me off. Like every time I'm watching her, I'm so pissed. And the reason I'm
Yeah.
pissed is she's literally doing the same thing that TJ from
Mhm.
No Lose Guard season is doing.
Yeah.
TJ was also like the house therapist. Everybody was coming to him with their problems, but he wasn't doing anything with the information. We're not saying you should backstab, but play mind games with these people. But
Mhm.
what the Fubara is doing now, he will pack the information. She'll go and give Sultana. She'll go and give
Yeah.
Sabrina. Sultana will now use it and
Yes.
face everything. Oh my goodness. And then she will not be looking
Everyone.
like, where do I put myself? Where do I go and join?
Yes.
Like, she's looking
Like,
lost.
she's so lost, and it's so sad because she's one of the most intelligent people. She actually had
Yeah.
the chance to go further. She is super intelligent, but now there is no way she'll carve a storyline out for herself because everything is taken. All the men are taken, and she doesn't have the fiber to take a man from anyone. I don't see. I don't see how she can do it because the people she wants to grab the men from, they are they are different from her.
See,
Let me put it that way.
fortune. Do you know that she doesn't even need to go and fight for all those sought after guys? Let me give you an example. When Sultana and Faith, they were using her as their mediator upstairs in the dressing area that night. I think it was about 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the morning when they were trying to sort
Mhm.
out the issue between Faith and Sultana. I was expecting this girl to stand on her 10 toes and scold Sultana because Sultana was okay. What was the issue? Faith's upset was that Sultana did not inform him that she wanted her bed space back. She wanted him to go back to his bed, that Jason J was coming. So Sultana was standing on the ground that it doesn't matter that she was playing reverse psychology on Faith, saying that but you called me in front of people that wanted to talk to me. You shouldn't have done that. Now the therapist was right there in the middle. Sultana was asking Ibifubara, oh, what do you think? What do you think? Shouldn't he have called me in private? Ibifubara, she looked like a scared rat. She was like this. Faith, you know that you should have called her aside. I said, shut up, because
Do
at
you
that
know
point
why
in
she's
time.
doing that? Mm.
So she should have just told her pop and plain
That's
that
it.
girl, you were wrong. She should have been very harsh. And then she would have formed an alliance with Fate. And she would have
Yeah.
benefited from an alliance with Fate.
No, I saw her hailing Sultana saying, "You're so beautiful." The moment you
Hmm.
start seeing another person is more beautiful than you, and you tell them already, you are feeling inferior. That's why she can never caution that girl. When she tells
Hmm.
her that you've done something wrong, she sugarcoats it with chocolate and caramel, that even the delivery is so soft. This safe game
So
is not going to
annoying.
work. She is going home because nobody is going to vote for you if you're coming here to be a doctor. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
I mean, look at
Because we
Fate.
don't need that.
Nah.
I
Now
mean, you
she's
should learn from Doyin. Doyin did it twice. That thing doesn't
Mhm.
work. If you're going to bring a strategy that's been done, elevate it like Big Soso. Bring another layer that people can be confused. Like, is it kitchen monopoly or not? Because you come and say, I'm a chef. People just assume you love being in the kitchen. I saw Big Soso today saying, my kitchen. If you come here with, I'll get a gun and shoot you. She calls it her kitchen. So that
Mhm.
script is taken and she's going to go further. Good for her because she's working hard. It's not easy feeding these people. There's so many. Anyway,
Do you know
now,
the most
yes,
annoying part with these housemates and Big Soso? When I watched their diary session, and they go into the diary session. Okay, let's say like last week, even this week too. And people that ask, oh, what's your impression of your fellow housemate? Who made a good impression on you? And you see a lot of the boys, they're like, oh my God, Big
yeah.
Brother, if not for Big So, I wouldn't have been feeling in this house. Oh, Big Brother,
Mhm.
she's doing so well. Coin too, that acts very smart. Oh, she feeds me so well. And I'm like, oh, that is how she's going to be kicking people out of the house. How? She's
Yeah.
going to get to the house. How?
Mhm. And if she does, good for her. Because you see, you can't say I've been watching the game like Ortega. Ortega was
Yeah.
trying to take over the kitchen, but I think out of respect or some, maybe it's coming because I can see that there's going to be a fight. I think in the next few weeks, they'll fight for the kitchen because you can see Ortega wants a little bit of that. I want to see his
Mhm.
reign. When Ortega is head of a house, they will be eating salt and water because that guy is going to be worse than Perry. Please let me just
Absolutely.
finish off with this guy. I came to talk about the people that are furniture. K-Bobo, disappointing. I don't even understand where K-Bobo came from and why he's here because he came and he said he wants to be scattering the ships. We've got 7 boats and canoes in there. Nothing is scattered. Then there's a day the internet went on fire. The first time Isabella slept in his bed, people were like, hey, Boboy started operating. But he went into the diary room for his diary session and said, no, Isabella was feeling emotional. I was just there as a friend to support. The script died. There's no strategy. You are not removing any ship. Even now, even if Isabella moves to Bobo, it's not because he has done anything. It's a ship that sailed and failed and it landed on his porch by accident. He has done zero. She's sleeping in the bed and it's confusing everybody, but it's not by his engineering. That guy needs to go. And I'm so happy that when I go online, I don't see anybody voting for him. I think we just want major players so that the script can change every week.
Mhm.
So those are the people
Absolutely.
yeah, that's what I wrote down and I wanted to talk about that. And next week, hopefully, Big Brother can make them nominate in front to see everybody. And I want to see if the 5 a.m. gang can become bigger. I want to see the eating in the middle of the night, things like that. That's what I want to see.
All right. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you so much. We're going to keep an eye on these people that you actually mentioned because sometimes it feels like they're evolving into the game, but other times it seems like it just retrogress. So we will see. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's speak with Jay Fansworth. Hi, Dr. J. Your fellow doctor made you all
Hey.
proud last night.
Hey, Glory, how are you?
Good, 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 good. I see. I could just imagine how you and David would have been beating your chests like Tarzan. Ah!
You have no, you have no idea. I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that in a minute.
Yeah,
How are you? How have you
I'm
been?
doing good. I'm okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
And just so you know, we really appreciate everything you're doing. We love you. We celebrate
Thank
you.
you.
And yeah, we're here to also fight your battles, fight your trolls. I saw that video that you made where you first took some time to explain to the trolls that had started attacking you. I was like, Glory, how many seasons have you been doing this? You should be using that time to tell us, update us on things like, what's the play of culture, such people. Why are we giving time to those guys? Anyway,
Yeah,
so what I wanted to share today is about the fuckery that's going on in that house. There's
yeah.
so much going on in that house, and all the housemates are really have really brought their A game, especially this
Mm-hmm.
week. I wanted to talk. Actually, let me even first get my notes. So I wanted to talk about the dynamics that are going on. Do you know that the females are actually I'm not certain, but because it's too early, might turn out to be better players. Because yesterday when I noticed Isabella in an entanglement with KK and now KB, I was like, wow, I'm seeing what's going on here, you know? And then
Mm-hmm.
uh and then hearing Ivata saying that she had, eyes for KB, K-Bobo, capable, and then
Mm-hmm.
knowing that she has an alliance with Mensan and they are trying to do something, and yet Mensan and capable do not get along. As
Mm.
like these girls must be doing same as Sultana. You know what Sultana is doing with Victory. With all the guys that are
Coin.
surrounding her.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, all those people. So I'm seeing the females actually being players. uh,
Mm-hmm.
and then as for Dede, Dede, I've noticed she has a similar. Don't I'm not saying same, but she has similar characteristics as who as a sort of Kosi. She dresses up, looks smart, and the guys gravitate towards her. So the ladies are
Mm-hmm.
hating on her, and
Yeah.
that's I'm seeing that kind of script play out for her. And
Mm-hmm.
for people who are saying she has no game, like you said, she does have a game. It's just that it's subtle. Then
Mm. Hello,
then for
Jay.
hello. Hello,
Okay, I can hear you. Lost
can you
you.
hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
sorry.
Yes. Carry on.
So for Tracy, guys forget that when she was on the stage getting into the house, when she was asked, "What's your game plan? What's your strategy?" She said that I'm just here to be myself, to follow the rules, and I was like, "What is this? To follow the rules, and how far will you go?" You know.
How you going to
so
follow the rules?
so so tomorrow she can be packing her things tonight because tomorrow I want her out. So now, now let me concentrate on Faith. I was broken that night when Sultana, was patronizing him and saying all those things. And the funny thing is that she couldn't even look at him in the eyes and tell him,
True.
what she had to look the other side. And she kept on shushing him. I felt so bad.
Mm.
I wish I was in that house. Then to make matters worse is when what's her what's that babe, the one that looks like an elephant, I'm sorry to say that, Gigi, yeah, that one, that storage
Yeah.
building. So when Gigi, I used to love Gigi, but when she had all that filth coming out of her mouth, saying all those things,
Yeah.
for a second I wanted to get into the house. I was like, are there people who have connections who can get me in as a fake housemate? And I first get her mentor, because she likes talking about how her mental space is not okay. She's dealing with this and this, and I was like, one statement is enough to break this girl, and she asks for voluntary exit. So I was really
Mm.
broken on behalf of who? Of Faith. But then you never mess with doctors. That guy knew his information. And first of all, the topic was revolving around, what he knows best. So even
Yes.
when he was saying that what Thelma had done was noise, I got where he was coming from. And you know what?
Mm.
Like you said yesterday on your video, meanwhile, I have a grudge to pick with you. How could you make us wait that long for that video this morning? Do you know how I kept on, going through
I'm so
my
sorry.
yeah, but then I was really, really very proud of him. And yeah,
Thank you.
then lastly, could you please use that mouth of yours to tell us that thing that you wanted us to comment that we could not comment about what Midday was doing with Bright in that pool? Because some of us are below 18 years. Please use that mouth of yours.
We really want to know.
Yes, we want to know. We want you to paint the picture for us. We want the graphics.
Yeah. Let me tell you something funny. Let me tell you something funny. So I actually gave like a very graphic description, yeah. And then my technical editor, let me call the person my technical editor, watched the video before it went live and helped me to cut it out. Je, 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 je. I said, I mean, I didn't even know because I posted and I had moved on. He said, you have to cut it off because the video would have been flagged down. I said, yo, my God. No, but
Then
it was clear. It was clear what was happening in that water.
no, that's me just teasing you. Anyway, I also wanted to talk about how when Big Brother was addressing the housemates on the second day. That's when the boys came in. He talked
Yeah.
about they should all do whatever it takes to win the money. I saw the countenance from most of the housemates. Most of them are not there to win the money. They're just in there to see how far they can go, and that is what's making this show good, unlike last year, because they are there to give us whatever it takes to make sure that their image sticks in your mind even years after they are gone,
Yes.
and that's what's making this really a great show. Then lastly, wanted to talk about I already see the housemate who's going to have the toxic fan base.
Mm.
and I think that is Sultana, if I'm not mistaken. And guess what? I'm here for it. I voted for the most wicked people this week. I think I voted for Sultana, and Thelma. Thelma for the move she pulled, and then Sultana for what she's doing in that house. So,
Yeah.
but if Faith and Dede are on the stage in the final, I mean, sorry, are in the final week, then I'm likely to vote for them. But for now, I want the controversy. I'm not here for I want all
Mm.
the wickedness there is out there. And for people who think that, we should, that this is so toxic and what have you, there are other shows to watch. I mean, we live in a fallen world, so we might as well just bask in the wickedness. With that said, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Dr. J. Hansworth. Yes. Faith win was a win for all doctors like you. So
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah, I was very, very proud. Thank you.
Nice. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, let's speak with who is next? Ovi man.
Yes.
Hello. Good
Hello, Glory.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. You're welcome. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. And you? I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing good.
Greetings. Yeah, greetings to everybody, the listeners.
Thank you.
People. Yeah. Well, uh, this show, I think it's so far it has been very, entertaining, engaging, and all that. And I had there was something you said. I think you said something like brides don't like Dede. I think it's maybe love to. Is it hate to love or love to hate? There's a way they put that in, because yeah, I think it's either he hates to love her, because there was a time I saw a picture of where like they were in the kitchen, and he walked past her and he was looking at her directly, very close, and she had to remove her face. So it means secretly most of these guys in that house, I don't know what Dede has put in her stew, or I don't know, I don't, I don't know what she has applied before coming to the house. But all these guys, most of them, if not all, are secretly. I think if it's about nominating, I don't think they will nominate her, the guys. In as much as they feel like their egos are bruised or whatever. But for
Mm,
guys, the way guys' mind work is different. Like for guys, even if as long as they like or desire that girl or that lady, they won't nominate, they won't chase her away. It will just be like, yeah, we'll still keep trying. You know that thing of men having in the back of their mind, they'll keep trying until they
mm,
get somebody. But I think
yeah.
the people that would most likely nominate her, if it comes to that, is the female housemates. I think that most of them, the ones that feel like there's something she's holding back from, like she's stopping them from getting, they'll probably nominate her. But I don't feel like because the only hatred they have for her is because she's kind of in the way of some of the things that they want. That's just because
Yes.
they can't say there's anything. In fact, I don't watch all, to be honest, because of my work and every other thing. I don't watch all the time, but I watch
Mm,
most of them. Maybe in the evening, maybe 1 or 2 hours before I go to bed, and
mm,
maybe like, yeah, maybe now during the weekend a little bit more. But
mm,
the times I've seen the program, I feel like there's no time. If there's, maybe you can tell me if I'm wrong. I don't feel
mhm.
like I've seen Dede talking, like maybe gossiping about somebody, apart from when she's like addressing her and Kola's issue. I don't think
Yeah.
there's any time I've seen her like bad mouthing somebody or talking something
True.
negative. And I think people need to give that girl, I think she's a young girl. I think they need to give her like accolades, because
Mhm.
so far she's playing one of the cleanest and most, and yet she's trending. Because there's this thing of you must do some certain things. So she's very strategic in that. Imagine telling
Yes.
people that you don't want to hug and you're trending because of that. You
Mm.
know? Even the other lady
Mhm.
that is doing the most, I don't think, what's the name? Is it Isabella? She's not,
Isabella, yeah.
yeah, she's doing I
She's
don't
not
think there's
trending
any,
like that.
yeah, I don't think there's anything they will tell Isabella to do in that house that she can't do.
Ah,
In fact,
she's doing a lot.
the cameras are actually running away from her.
I'm telling you,
Because,
because she could put the show in trouble because of the
yeah,
frisky things that she has been doing.
yes, yes, yes. I even saw like on like there's somebody already talking about it. One activist, is he activist or lawyer or something, that
Yeah,
is
I
speaking
saw I saw
yeah,
that.
like so yeah, so for Dede, she's doing all of this, and without actually doing too much, but she's actually playing the game, and it's clean. She's showing also people, apart from her strategy, she's also showing younger people that it's okay to have boundaries. And I think it's not known by a lot of people that sometimes there are people that don't hug. There are people that don't believe in. There are people that don't believe in just hugging anybody. Like there are
Mm-hmm.
some people that don't believe in just hugging anybody. There are some people that only hug people maybe after they've not seen them for a long time, or maybe when they are going
True.
on a trip. Not like you just met somebody and you just start hugging all manner of strangers. You know, so
True.
it's part of life. I don't know why some people felt like, but I feel like she's really playing the game. And who else? Mensan. I really like Mensan of Africa. Mensan, I like the guy, but the problem is I don't understand. The guy can fight and go from 0 to 100, and in the next 2 minutes, he's laughing in the same
Mm-hmm.
in the same spot where he's fighting. He's laughing with the next person there. So I don't understand it, how the guy's mind is working or something. But that's just one thing I've noticed about him. He's so passionate, he's everywhere, but I think he also needs to sometimes there needs to be some cohesion because you can't his emotion you don't know where to place him. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
that's his game. You don't know if you should place him in whether he's angry all of a sudden he's so he's just a bit of commotion, but in terms of his energy, he's bringing the energy. So Mensan, Dede, and Faith. You see, Faith is somebody that I feel like if he survives this week and if he reduces his, because he's very good in every other thing, if he reduces the little bit of, is it that emotional kind of instability, he gets, there's a way he gets angry, kind of. If he reduces that, he can get to the final. Because the kind of game he's playing, I think he's just like a wild card and people won't see him coming. Because that guy, if he can just find one victim story now to add to his intelligence, if he can just find one victim story, he will get to
Mm-hmm.
the final. He will get to the final because he is smart. He's already intelligent. He's already been looked at as a somebody that was rejected. But you see, Sultana is the most dangerous. I think she's one of the most dangerous players because she has also said this afternoon that they're actually still talking. But it's just that it might be a lie. But she has told
Mm-hmm.
the whole world that she and Faith they are still talking, but she's just they have decided to keep it away from people. So you see
Yeah, they
how
had
she
a
has.
conversation. They had a
Oh,
conversation early this morning.
so their relationship or whatever they have is still going on, but just away from people.
They sorted it out. It was around like 5, 6 a.m. this morning. They did not sleep, so they talked things out.
Oh, okay. Well, Sultana is playing. She's also playing her game.
Yeah.
Everybody with their own strategy. But so far,
Mhm.
I feel like the most brilliant, if I'm to rank, the most brilliant strategy so far is the strategy of Dede. And then Faith is coming. See the way Faith showed that he can switch. He was from doing all this encouragement, love session, is it therapy session, all of that. Then all of a sudden he switched. He started becoming angry, fighting people. So you see, he's a guy that has his head in the game. So far
Yeah.
they are doing their thing so far, and I feel like the show is really entertaining this time.
Mm. I
Yeah.
want to tell you something. I want to tell you that, because you mentioned that, well, Faith needs to have control of his emotions, right? But I want to tell you that Faith is one of the most emotionally stable humans in that house. And I'll cite a few examples. If you look at the way the housemates react, all they need is for you to tell one of them, shut up. Look at Zita. Her trigger was Mide told her, shut up, and she went crazy. Look at Manson. All
Mm,
it took was for K Bobo to say something like, oh, I can't even remember what he said, but it was just something minute. Look at
mm,
Coin. K Bobo asked him, Papa get Lagos. He went mad. So these
mm,
housemates, yeah, I don't want to believe that they are all emotionally unstable, no, but they just need
mm,
something to give them highlight. But you see, Faith, right?
mm, mm,
He is so well put together that, you see, this week alone, this guy has gone through the most, but never for once
mm,
did he react. Not until that Sultana situation happened. And he decided that, okay, fine, he needs to switch things up. And that was what he did. So he did not have any heated altercation with anybody. What he only did was he asked a question, the most silly question, and that was what triggered the other person. Now, the other person could have easily walked away, but these housemates, every opportunity is a highlight for them. Now, the one that happened, that I knew that this guy, if he did not kill somebody in this moment, then he is mentally stable, was 2 nights ago before the wager. Okay, Thursday night. This was around like 3 a.m. in the morning. All these things usually happen like around 3 a.m. in the morning because they don't sleep. Where Faith had worked day and night for on his script. And then Imisi had gone to tell K Bobo that she wants to steal his manuscript. That's Faith's manuscript. And she will hide it. Then she will go and demand for a hug and a kiss or something cuddle. If the guy refuses, she's not going to give him the paper. Now, a lot of people were saying that it was Doris that took the paper. I'm not really sure if it was Doris or if they connived, because Imisi and Doris, Sultana, they're all in the same group, right? So I don't know how the paper got to Doris, whether Doris went to go and take it or whether Imisi took it and gave it to Doris, but they were all in on the plan. Even Manson came upstairs. He heard what was happening. He knew, but he kept quiet. So it was like a gang up from the other group because apparently one or two persons from Faith's group, they already stole materials from the other group. See what Imisi did. That thing was the most provocative thing ever that I have actually ever seen this season. She literally carried a stool, sat in front of her locker where she and this guy were sharing lockers. And she was in his face like this. She was saying, I might be the one that took it. If you hug me, I'll give it to you. Imagine if Imisi did something like that to someone like Manson. Manson would have probably punched her face and collected a strike. She sat down there. The guy kept on telling her, no, give it to me. I need it. Tomorrow is the wager presentation. I need it. And she was laughing in his face like she was like this. And the guy was telling her, okay, you know what? Get away from me. If you're not going to give me this the paper, get away. And she was like, I'm not going to get it. Like she was taunting this guy. You know what? When they say your enemy is in your brain, tweaking your brain. That's what she was doing to that guy. And he maintained composure. But he was so aggravated. You could see that he was shaking. And he was exercising self-control. And he was like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you. And he walked away. Some other housemate, I mean, look at Bright. Look at the way he pounced on Kayikunmi. The guy called him a bitch. This guy flew the sofa in the lounge and he pounced on. I want to believe that his hand touched Kayikunmi. So Faith is not emotionally unstable. It is the housemates that are peddling that false narrative that he is emotionally unstable. And the reason they are doing that is they are trying to taint his reputation. The guy has a solid reputation of self-control. He does not gossip. The first night Sultana brought that whole gossip thing with the gossip gang, what Faith was doing in that gathering was, if Sultana says one thing about somebody, you will say, no, that's a lie. I had a conversation with this person, and this is who this person really is. He does not entertain gossip. Culture that is always peddling rumors around the house. Culture would come to him and you say, are you trying to tell me about somebody? Culture would say, I want to tell you. He says, sorry, I'm not interested. He cuts it off. So the guy is the most emotionally stable human in that house. So what he displayed this week, it was just him showing a side to him. It was him telling the housemates outrightly that, listen, people think you are mad. I can fuck with your brain and you will leave this house. And that was why he did what he did to Gigi. Gigi, these people are condescending to this guy. They always body shame him. The tiniest guy in the house, the smallest guy in the house. Is this one a medical doctor? You know, they always laugh at him. And he takes all of that nonsense without reacting. So I think we should give him the
You're right. You're right. And I feel like it's actually this week I noticed him getting. I think he just got tired of. I felt like maybe it was the pressure of nomination. You know, he even cried after somebody was saved. Is it Kayikunmi or what's his name? Was saved. And I saw him crying. So I felt like maybe he just had a lot going through his mind and he was not ready to just take more, maybe down talking from any other housemate. But generally, you're right. He has been doing, he has actually held himself together. a lot of the
Yeah.
time. And this thing of people saying they don't want ship, unfortunately, shipping will never stop in the Big Brother show, because
Mm-hmm.
it is still one of the most effective strategy for them inside the house. It might not be so much entertaining for the viewers, but for them inside the house, it's still one of their and also it actually works for them outside. You know, there are people that their work is just to ship people. Their
Mm-hmm.
work, so it still works somehow. So shipping is
Yeah.
still something that they always do. You see now, everybody is now looking for last minute ship that they will join. Some people, and
Mm.
the problem is that they all want people that are already taken. Yeah, you see, they want Bright and they want what's the name? Is it Kola? Kola is not taking, but he's trying to take somebody, and some other people are trying to take him. But you see, so it's just very, all over the place.
Mm.
But yeah, Faith, yeah, I think he has the potential to go far. I think he has the
Mm.
potential to go far. He just needs to maybe not let somebody get under his skin maybe at some time, because
Mm.
because people can easily follow his story. If he just keeps his head in the game and continue doing what he's doing right now,
True.
he will go far. Yeah, if he survives this week.
True.
Yeah. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much, Obi man. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure
Yeah,
having conversations with you. Thank you so much.
thank
Yes. Before we move on to the next speaker, I want to respond to this comment. This is from Abe. Abe says, will you say Faith has self-control against Gigi? Don't you see he went to fight Gigi? Only they hold him back. So I would love to encourage all of us to always watch the show with an open mind. I always say this, right? And on this show, you cannot say, oh, this male housemate, why is he going to do this to this female housemate? But when a female housemate does it to a male housemate, you don't say anything because you say, that is how women behave. No, we need to understand that these housemates, they are all competitors, they are all contenders, they are all opponents in this competition of a show. Yeah, they are all contenders. So you cannot be using soft gloves for the women because, oh, they are women. I mean, I respect gender conversations, but when it comes to the Big Brother show, right, you cannot always give a pass to the females and then you go really hard on the guys. It's not fair. There has to be a balance. Although I still acknowledge the fact that there are certain things that the guys need to understand about how to handle the females so as not to come across as being violent. Now, why am I explaining all of this? I just said it when I was having a conversation with the last speaker that these housemates, they are kind of condescending to certain people. They are condescending to Faith. They are condescending to Imisi. And if there's one person that shows or expresses subtle condescension, Gigi is one of them. Sabrina does it. Thelma, she doesn't even know how to hide her own. She does it outrightly, and it can be very annoying for the housemates themselves that are inside the house, not to talk of you as a viewer watching. Faith was not going to go and fight Gigi. He was not going to go and fight. He wasn't going to get physical with her. Gigi had provoked him in that arena during that sponsor task. Let us always call a spade a spade. If you're going to tell a story, please give the complete story, give the full flesh of the story. Gigi had told him to shut up. I think what even happened was they were trying to select people in their team to handle a particular challenge, and he was giving suggestions that okay, this guy is a good cook. He's going to be fast. This one is a good cook. This one is going to be fast. And I think out of irritation, Gigi had told him, "Oh, shut up." Why would you tell him shut up? People are in the same team. You're trying to make suggestions, prefer solutions to win that sponsor task. And that was very provocative. And let's not forget that Faith had been taking a lot that entire day, even that week, even from last week. He had been swallowing a lot of bullshit, like English. He had been swallowing a lot of bullshit. So you cannot continue to punch a bag and punch a bag and punch a bag and not expect the bag to develop like a punch hole inside. Come on. He's not rock, he's human. So he wasn't going to go and fight. He was standing up for himself, speaking up for himself. Because Gigi was the one that wanted to go and attack him or whatever she wanted to do. Maybe she wanted to go face to face with him with their usual, you're mad, you're crazy, that kind of thing. But Faith was moving around the house. He had said what he wanted to say. And for him, I've gotten my own pound of flesh by using my words and was walking away. She was one I wanted to go, 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 go and go and talk more. So please let's always try to be very honest, please. Okay. Next person to speak. Fifi. Hi, Fifi. Listen, guys, I see that some of you are on the back end. You want to talk, but your devices are not connected. So, what I would advise you to do is disconnect yourself, remove yourself, then log in with only your audio. You don't have to use your video. All right. Log in with your audio. I think it should be an easier connection then. All right. Okay. Fifi. Hi. You're welcome.
Thank you, Glory. How are you?
Good, good, good. How are you too?
I'm good. I'm good. Loving the show.
Okay.
Yes. Uh, don't mind me. I'm a bit outside, so there'll be some interrupting voices. But
Okay.
yeah,
That's
I
fine.
needed
That's fine.
to I needed to sit in for this.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
so personally, on the topic of these housemates, I've been listening in on the different previous speakers who spoke before me, and I wanted to first start off with my varying opinions on some of the things that my fellow speakers had to say.
Yeah.
And I'll begin with my observations when it comes to game plans. A lot of
Okay.
people are saying, oh, Dede has a good game, Dede's game is nice, and all that. But I would like to differ, not 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 disagree with them, but just differ a bit. I feel like, to me, um, part of Dede's game is evolving as she goes. Things are happening to her, not her happening to things. I don't know if you get me when I say that. Things, like, some things brought themselves to her. She didn't expect them to come, and she's rolling the ball as it comes, embracing them, and then saying, let me dress, like, let me wear the game. You get what I mean? She's that
I
kind of
got you.
player that she's adapting to the situation. I believe she entered the house with an open mind, with her standards, yes, and she did not think her standards would probably get her to what her game is looking like now. The only advantage I would say is that she's grabbing this game plan and saying that, okay, if everyone wants to hate me, like, let me wear it, let me do this, if Kola wants to chase me, let me entertain him. I feel like that's what she's doing. So I wouldn't say that she has the best game. I would say she has the best game happening to her, especially for the people in the house. Because I think I caught glimpse of a clip of Thelma literally saying how she's being entertained by what Dede is doing to the different guys, and made a comment about Kola, who was not Kola, Coin, who was helping Dede to trim her nails, off her makeup, and all that stuff. And I feel like Dede's game is entertaining to the people inside the house, and that's why they have her time. Like, they've revolved so much, they've given her so much importance, especially the gossip gang, that I believe now, even us on the outside, we have no choice but to see and to pay more attention and to give more time to Dede's game. However, when you look at players like Imisi, I feel like Imisi, to me, at the moment, because these housemates are quite very entertaining. To me, at the moment, or I would say, after analyzing last week and this week's game of Imisi, I feel like Imisi has a very good game plan in terms of what it's doing for people on the outside. Why do I say this? Imisi came in and she told us, yes, we know she's an actress, but she carried a script right from outside, and she's following through with that script on the inside. For the first week, I will tell you, I thought this girl is a confused person. I didn't understand what this girl was all about. I'm like, this one is wasting our time. You're not taking Big Brother serious. And then I even made a comment and said, Imisi is looking to me like these TikTok comedians. Those guys who put on that anyhow makeup and one shoe long and one shoe short. And then they make videos dancing in this crazy, crazy way. So she gave me those vibes in week 1, and even her being too slow to respond. I'm like, and then this week we get a different Imisi altogether, different person. All of a sudden, she's more intelligent. She's bringing out her smarts. She's clocking everyone's game. She's telling Big Brother word for word what her fellow housemates are doing. And I could tell, like, yes, she has been observing. She played the dummy to give herself time to observe the housemates, but also to entertain people on the outside so that they are patient with her game. And then this week she's like, okay, now my game begins. And then this whole thing that she has been doing to Faith, you've got to give it to her. I mean, for a guy who is very intelligent like Faith, Imisi really played with his emotions a bit. She really found her way inside there when she lied to him and all that. It was fun to watch. She said it, she did it. So I would say I'm looking forward to what Imisi I'm going to get next week. Like, that's how her game feels to me like. Unlike Mason, I don't know, maybe other people have observed him more than I do, but I don't see it. I saw
Okay.
the first week, I saw a very hungry person for, like, I've been waiting for this day to come, and I want to come in, and he came with a lot of energy. But unfortunately for me this week, I felt like I didn't see his energy. So
Okay.
maybe you
I
will
want to
help me.
quickly, yeah.
Mm,
I want to quickly respond to
mm,
you before we move on, so I don't forget some of the things you highlighted. I think
yes.
you saying that Dede has a game that is just happening to her, I think it's an insult to how brilliant she has been carrying her game. And
Mm,
I say this with all manner of respect to you as also an ardent viewer of the show,
yes. Mm,
because I actually expected that you would have actually seen what we are seeing. See, yeah, I think the Big Brother viewers community are so
mm,
used to seeing and experiencing loud players, very
mm-hmm,
active, vibrant, table shakers, table breakers, thunder and fire and brimstone type of housemates, right? And most of the
mm,
time, when people want to categorize housemates that they think are actually really playing the game, they always go for those ones that know how to be the loudest during the shouting spree, or the ones that know how to outrightly instigate, outrightly provoke, outrightly gaslight. But then I think the sooner we realize and understand that when we talk
mm,
about playing games, there are so many ways that one can play a game and still hit their mark. And I think
mm,
Dede's game, it is the advanced level of what Nengi was trying to achieve during the lockdown season. What Dede is playing, I'm not saying she's playing Nengi's script, but I'm saying that
mm, mm,
the way Dede is playing this script that she's playing, yeah,
mm,
it is the
mm,
very elevated PhD level status of what Nengi wanted to do. Unfortunately for Nengi, she did not have a lot of guys in her season chasing her the
mm,
way guys are chasing Dede now. And I'll give you an example or more. So, you saying that Dede's game happened to her, I think you
mm,
missed a lot of things. I think you missed a lot of things that happened on the very first day of the show. Dede was the last housemate that was introduced into the house. Did you notice that she did not shy away from giving side hugs or hi, hello to the girls? She was
yeah,
warm.
she
She
did.
was sweet.
She
She
did.
was friendly to
Mm,
the girls. During her introduction inside the house to her fellow female housemates, did you notice how many times she kept on saying, I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I'm just like
mm,
she was already announcing to those girls that I am soft. This is who I am. I'm just like
mm,
this. I don't give a fuck. She was giving subtle signals to those girls. And if
mm,
you see Doris's face and Sultana's face when she was doing, I'm just a girl, you will know that those ones, they're already
mm,
angry. Doris and Susan were already angry from that night they all got into the house, right? Now,
Yeah.
another thing is you should have asked a question. Why was Dede warm to the girls on the first night, but she was sort of evasive or elusive to the guys? Why was she like that? That's a question you should ask yourself. Because the moment you're able to answer that question, then you realize that, okay, this girl actually knew what she was doing, right? She knew what she was doing. That one is there. I'm just going to leave it at this because I don't want it to seem like I'm actually trying to make so many cases for Dede. I
Cases for
think,
the no.
yeah, I think this season we should
Mm,
give focus to all the housemates that are either attempting to play a game or are already in the motion of playing a game. And the
okay.
fact is, not all gamers play loud games. A lot of gamers, and actually the most lethal gamers, they actually play very, very subtle games. There's an example I always give on this channel. I say that, some housemates, they are like this rats they call Assyrian rats. In this part of the world, in Nigeria, there's a particular rat that when you eat at night and you don't wash your hands before going to bed, if you have rats in your house, what happens is they come at night, they lick your hand because it still has remnants of that food you ate. They come at night, they lick your hand, and then they start to eat your flesh, right? They eat your flesh. Now, what they do is, as they bite it, they blow breeze on it. They blow air so that you do not feel the pain, the sting of their bites. But when you wake up in the morning, you will find out that your hands are sore all over and it's very painful. It's an excruciating pain. So where I grew up from, they call those rats Assyrian rats because they are very, very lethal. When they attack, you never know. All it takes is for you to be oblivious to the fact that, oh, you need to wash your hands and they will attack, they will strike. So the way Dede is playing her game, that is exactly what she's doing. And she has this smile that is constantly planted on her face. Have you ever seen Dede frowning? No.
No, never, never, never.
She's always fucking smiling. If I were to be in that house and I see that girl always smiling, I'll be scared because I'll be wondering what's on her mind. And I think somebody clocked her, one of the guys. There's one of the guys that actually clocked her. Oh, it was Kayikunmi. Kayikunmi said he does not trust Dede. That if he has an opportunity to nominate her, he will. Because that girl, and you know, Kayikunmi is a very tactical player. He plays polo. So he's very smart. So the guy said every time he looks at Dede, Dede is smiling. That there was a day she had stomach ache the whole day. That Dede did not frown for once. She was smiling. And nobody knew this girl was in pains. Even when she came to the diary room to come and tell Big Brother, she was still smiling. Me, I was scared. Because people like that, you never ever know what is in their mind until they open their mouth and tell you. And even when they tell you, you cannot trust it because you don't know if they're telling the truth or not. So what I'm trying to say is, I think it would be unfair to dismiss or downplay the kind of game she is playing. Because just like her, there are so many other housemates as well that are not playing very loud games, but they're actually making moves.
Actually, like, there are certain elements to what you've said that, of course, I took note of, like her diary session, and I watched her. So I felt like part of it. But now coming back and listening to your view of analyzing properly, like they are coming in and the whole, because I wouldn't lie to you. At first, I felt like what she did to the guys was because of what the girls had planned to do. So I think that's where I got lost from. But however, yes, I give it her, like, in terms of adapting, you read what the reactions of these people are, and then immediately now act on it to take full advantage of that situation. I feel like Dede has that handled, like she's mastered that. So, like, yes, I'm glad that you gave me that perspective, because to me it was like half of her game is her game, but the other half came and happened to her, and she's like, okay, if this is going to come like this, I'll roll with it, especially when it comes from the side of the girls. But now,
And
like,
see,
yeah, she could have calculated it. Mm.
Another thing I want to add is I think I've always said this
Mm.
before as well on my channel during previous seasons that there are two ways a housemate can successfully play the game in any Big Brother
Yes.
season. You have
Mm.
to be able to play the game to appeal to your fellow housemates, but you must be able to ultimately appeal to the viewers.
To
Because
the
at the end of the
viewers.
day, they are the ones that are your lifeline in that house.
Mm.
If the
Mm.
viewers are not enjoying your game, you are leaving. There's no two ways about it. Now, how do you play to appeal to your fellow housemates? You appeal to them by trying whatever it takes for them not to be vindictive towards you. They can
Mm.
nominate you, right? Because you cannot avoid nominations. Although season in, season out, I've seen one or two housemates, especially during people and Zamzi, that have avoided nominations the entire season. Some of them, they only got nominated just once. And that was because they focused heavily on being a friend to everybody in the house. They were avoiding nominations because they thought that that is how they could win the show, right? But then again,
Yes.
as a smart player, you appeal to your fellow housemates in the sense that even though they nominate you, when push comes to shove for someone to be automatically evicted, it is not going to be you. I don't know if you
Mm.
get me. That's
No, I
how you
get
appeal to
you.
your fellow housemates. Now, how do you appeal to the viewers? You are playing games that your fellow housemates might possibly not understand, but the viewers understand. They see you, they see your smartness, they see your tactics, they see your strategy, and they enjoy it. They find it intriguing, they find it entertaining, they find it compelling because your
Mm.
strategy. It has to be compelling. There has to be a storyline. And that is why I say Dede is playing a very fantastic game because she came with a strategy and then she built a compelling story behind it. What is the compelling story? I have boundaries. If I do not give my consent, don't touch me. Don't hug me.
Mm.
That is a compelling storyline. Why? Because a lot of people can relate. They understand that a lot of people love crossing their boundaries. They touch you without your consent. They hug you without your consent. So for her, that is a compelling storyline. And a lot of the viewers can relate with that. And guess what? This might be extreme, but a lot of people that
Mm.
have gone through sexual harassment, rape victims, they can also relate with that. And that is why they keep standing up for her whenever she sets those rules. So I don't want to continue trying to defend Diddy because it feels like I'm giving too many expos. Yeah,
Don't,
I
but
feel like I'm giving
no,
too many reasons. Yeah.
it's facts. It's facts. And being having analyzed this show for a while, I get where you're coming from. So I would like to move like maybe to some other housemates that
Yeah, just
I've
make it brief.
noticed. First of
Just one.
yes, yes. So I would like to first put it like I said, this season I feel like I want to be an island for the first time because everyone is entertaining. Everyone is entertaining, aside very few people whom rightfully so they seem to have one foot outside the door, like Ibifubara. I feel like she has one foot outside of the house already. So the other housemate that I wanted to touch on was Sultana. And in terms of disappointment, not when they entered the house, she was one of those housemates that I was keen to maybe keep an eye on and see how she wanted to play the game. But then as she kept moving in the game, everything that she keeps coming out of her mouth keeps playing defensively against her. She has a good game. She's entertaining. She wants to be in everyone's business, but when it comes to her thinking that she knows people, especially how she analyzed Dede and in a very condescending manner, with no regard for your fellow woman, respect. Like she has this thing about her, like her and Sabrina have this thing of they are too much of know-it-alls. So I feel like she could do more than that. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like I feel like Sultana could do more than just being a gossip person in this house, especially 10 seasons in after seeing how Jenny O was evicted, because of being the gossip in the house and all the hate she got on the outside. So I feel like Sultana is attracting that kind of
Yes,
negative energy on the outside,
I agree.
and yet she could ideally switch her script and be the good one. And then this whole thing, I get it. I feel like also she could be salty because the thing she entered in the house wanting went to Dede, but like you say, Dede had the intention from the get-go. So I feel like Sultana played a different kind of game. And how I wish she had stuck to manipulative games within her group.
Yes.
Manipulate
Yes.
people emotionally, bring people to your side by manipulating them when you have fights with people, if that's the game you want
Yes.
to do. But keep other people's names out of your mouth, because she
Yeah.
has given a lot of screen time, to me there, a lot of screen time to Dede. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully next week I'll have more. But
Yeah.
all I can say is that I am enjoying these housemates. I can
Hmm.
side no one. This week I voted Zita because of the pranks. I'm a bit disappointed that Big Brother didn't let us see her
Yeah.
pulling those pranks. So it is now making her prank ineffective in terms of what
Yes.
it could have done for the viewers and the fights
Hmm.
that we would have seen in the house. However, I pray that Ebuka shakes for me some tables this Sunday. I want
Yeah.
Ebuka to shake Sultana's table. I want Ebuka to shake Bright Morgan and Mide's table. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Fifi. It was a pleasure having this conversation with you. Thank you so much.
Mm.
Thank you. All right, we're going to move on to the next speaker. But before we do that, I want to address this person again. And Abe Wanda said, Glory has turned the speaker talk to her defending Dede throughout. People watching knows Dede game is not gaming. They are tired of boring, gossiping, and situationship. The only thing I'm going to tell you is if my analysis is too bogus for you to comprehend, you can just exit the live stream. It's not by force, okay? I'm tired of trying to break it down to you. So you can just exit. Okay. All right. Let's speak with who's next? Precious. Hello, you're welcome. Precious, are you there? Okay, we're gonna move on to the next person because I don't know if Precious is available to speak. Or you have to unmute yourself. Precious, are you there? Okay, you muted yourself because I'm trying to unmute you and I cannot unmute you. So I'm just going to move on to someone else. When you're ready to speak, please indicate. All right. Norris, hi, you're welcome.
Yay, thank
Norris,
you. Hello, can you hear me?
hi. I can hear you. Hi, you're welcome. How are you?
I'm fine. Okay, thank you. So, for me, the person's game I want to analyze is like midday
Okay.
because midday is playing. I wish her right to like survive this eviction because Midday is playing the underdog game. You get
Hmm.
that game of I'm going to go and instigate. She understands. She have understand this game very well, and now she's making sure that the game plays out very well by instigating Kola. You get this kind of thing of
Hmm.
she's can tell Kola what they have said and everything just to
Yes.
instigate him and giving him the hope. So like there's one of your video that you were like Mide is playing a betrayals game. I said no, she's not playing. She's keeping Kola's attention fully on Dede, and it's so fun to watch because the way Kola is going on those media rounds he always go for is so fun. And the fact that the more anybody he talks to, everybody's just giving him different opinion and it's keep confusing him. If Doris tell him don't do this one, Isabella will tell him this one, Mide will tell him this one, Bright will tell him this one, and he doesn't even know which one to take again, and which is so fun. I can't wait for their conversation on this thing. I can't wait
You
for
know,
their
yeah.
conversation.
Sorry, I'm going to quickly jump in here because I know you have a lot more to say. Let me quickly jump in here. What you
Right?
said about Mide playing the underdog, like she's playing an underground game, or rather use the word underground, you are right, and I agree with you. However, I'm going to ask a question, right? Like, why would she want to continue to keep Kola's attention on Day? I still maintain that she's playing a betrayals game. Why? If you listen to the conversations she had with Dede last week, you will know that this girl was fishing for information from Dede to use to her own advantage. Nobody in the house believes that Dede has a boyfriend, right? They don't believe. They don't believe because they are wondering why a fine girl like her, with all of this package, would be want to be loyal to a boyfriend outside. Now, there was a conversation they had. Mide had a serious face. She was asking Dede, how did you meet your boyfriend? You know the kind of questions you ask a girl when you think she's lying because you want to know if her story will add up. So she asked Dede, oh, how did you meet your, okay, she first of all asked, oh, what does he do? Dede answered, oh, he's a medical doctor, he has a health hub, blah, 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 blah. And then she now asked, hey, where is he from? And then I can't remember if Dede answered that one. And then she asked again, how did you people meet? These are questions that if you do not believe someone's story, you'll be asking very detailed questions, specific questions, because you want to know if the information they share will add up. So that was what what's her name? Mide was doing. Another time again, Mide has asked about Dede's family, her upbringing. She's trying to put two and two together to really understand this girl. And you're right, she's getting that information. She's trying to figure out Dede's game, and she's in a way understanding Dede's game. Now, where I see where she might be successful or not is I feel like she's trying to play the enemy within. You know what they say, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer.
Yeah.
I feel like she's that enemy that is closer to Dede without Dede realizing it, because it's like the things that Dede does not want to happen, that is where she's now instigating Kola to make it happen.
That,
I don't know if you
yeah,
get.
that's what I'm saying. Like, she's the instigator, she's the one that is playing
Mhm.
the other. So I just pray she, like, I pray she actually survive eviction. Then who else? Please, I don't understand Imisi's game. Does she want to fuck with Bright? Does she want to fuck with Faith or not? Like, I'm trying to understand Imisi's game, like, genuinely speaking. Imisi, the people's game I don't understand is Imisi, Sultana, and Doris, especially Doris. Doris, I don't like, I know how, when you see someone is constantly gossiping, and I'm like, it's giving Onyeka low-key. It's giving Onyeka's game look. You know how Onyeka is always, she'll say this one this place, she'll go and say this one this place, she'll go and say this one this place, she'll go. That's what it's giving. And for me it's irritating. I don't know for other people, but for me, I don't like, baby girl, craft your own story, like, yeah, peacefully, like, leave other people there. That's just it. And Dede's game, I love, like, even the fact that most of the housemates, as I yesterday, Isabella and Thelma was like, they like Dede's game, that they love the game she's playing. And I'm like, yes, this girl is playing, because Dede's game is now not just appealing to the viewers, it's also appealing to the housemates within, and
Mhm.
everybody is just loving the game, because it's not easy to keep three men under your thumb and they're just running helter skelter for you, my dear. Even me, I am like, baby girl, how are you doing it? Because yes, mine was that. Then there was someone said brights like Dede, and I'm like, low key. Someone said brights low key like Dede. I don't think so.
Bright does not low key. He obviously likes Dede. And in a way, I feel like he's obsessed with Dede.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know, but I don't actually think that Bright actually likes Dede, because I'm not seeing any clip like where they have. I'm not seeing any clip that will instigate that yet. So I
You
don't
don't
know.
have to see a clip. What you need to know is listen to his conversations with people. When Bright is having conversations with Mide, a girl who he told Big Brother he's his companion, he likes, yeah, that conversation 50% of the time revolves around Dede. And he's always asking Mide questions about Dede. See this thing, if guy don't toast you before, you know where the guy will send his friend to come and do investigation from your friend. Your friend will now give the guy information about you. Do you understand that kind of parole? What guys do? That's what
Yeah.
Bright is doing. Bright likes Dede, but his own ego too has not made him make any move, because he liked her from the onset, but then that thing she pulled off, not hugging him or whatever, that thing really pained him. But he has eyes on her. And Kola and Bright, they were not best of friends. Oh. It is this Mide and Dede situation that now made them husbands to two friends all of a sudden. Bright's original friend and companion used to be Victory. So Bright said it during his intro that he's a very quiet person, but he's very unpredictable. Imagine him having a conversation with a caller that um, he knows that Mide really likes him. If he wants to mess up her mind, he's going to move on to someone else. And Kola was like, please, oh, don't do that. The girl really likes you. I have a feeling that very soon in this game, if Bright is still in that house, he's going to move on to another girl. He's going to make moves on another girl. Because already there are some girls in the house already that are eyeing him. And I feel like he's going to allow himself to explore.
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I've finished talking. Please carry on.
Okay, no, I think that's it. Please, I wanted to ask, like, who are the housemates do you think, which housemate do you think is going home on Sunday?
I don't want to say, please. I don't want to say. I'm trying to
I
be
genuinely want
neutral.
to know. I genuinely want to know which housemate because I think Tracy is going to be among them, low key. I
Yeah.
don't.
But it also
I'm not.
depends on how many people they are sending home.
I think they will send like 3 home. I think they are
Well, we
sending
never
like.
know.
It's all right.
I know.
Yeah, very much. And please drop updates early.
No
I wanted.
wahala. I will.
I kept on checking. Like I kept on checking your TikTok, and I was waiting to see you analyze that or Thursday pool party, and I was like, please, thank you very
All
much,
right.
and
Thank
I
you.
love you so much. Thank you, and bye.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your kind words. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Take
Okay.
care.
All right. All right. Let's move on to the next person. Let's speak with Chiamaka. Chiamaka or Kafo. You're welcome.
Hi,
Hello.
Glory. Hi, hi.
Hi. Hi.
My favorite, my favorite girl, my favorite analyst. In fact, my favorite everything as far as YouTube is concerned. I'm obsessed. Glory, you're doing a wonderful job. I just want to
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
you. I want to
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. I stumbled upon your video. I think it was during these people's what's it?
But we can't hear you.
parent
Can you come
season.
close to your device?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, this is better.
Okay, I said I stumbled upon your video by chance during Perez season. I can't remember the
Oh,
name of that
okay.
their season again. Yeah, and it was even when the season had ended. So you know
Yes.
how when you are watching videos on YouTube and so maybe because a particular content you enjoy, you follow, then they just push videos that are related to that. So that was how I
Mm.
stumbled upon your video by chance, and then I just started watching, and I was like, who is this lady? Like most of the things you said, I could resonate with because I've been watching Big Brother like
Can't hear
this.
you. Can't hear you.
Hello, is it better?
Yes. Stay
Okay.
like this. Stay
So
like
because
this. Don't move.
okay, I will say like this. Because I've been watching since Bisola's season, you know. So, but you know, in fact, every other person that analyzes Big Brother on YouTube, they're learning work. Just do master class for them. But that's by the way. So I
Thank
really
you.
want to appreciate the good work you are doing, and we're
Thank you.
enjoying you, even though sometimes I don't agree with you, but I still see reasons. I still see reasons like okay, I try to reason it the way you are reasoning it, and I can totally relate and all that. And okay, just to put a disclaimer, what's her name? Doris. She's not anywhere near Onyeka. I beg. Playing anything. Ah, yeah, I liked Onyeka during her season, even though I didn't agree with everything she did. You understand? She overdid some things. You get, but
Mm.
Doris, I don't know. All those are papa. I was expecting something. I was expecting hot from her, but when she's there inside there, this girl's shadow, Sultana's shadow. Let's see how it plays out.
Mm.
Let's see those that will survive tomorrow's eviction, and
Yes.
see. It's after tomorrow we'll now know the people that are really doing what they asked them to do in that house. So, but
Mm-hmm.
Mehed, and another thing, this kitchen, this wedger um presentation they had yesterday was nice. The kitchen thing, it's not only during Big Brother and Zamzi played out. It also played out during Level Up season when they meshed the house together, and
Mm-hmm.
those that won the wager, I think the people from the trenches, then they were the
Mm-hmm.
ones that had food. They were in charge of the food, and it caused a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
problems because they were so petty with the way they were delivering the food. But these ones, I've been
Yes.
watching them since today. They are there singing Kumbaya. Let's see now when their supplies come by Monday or whenever they bring their supplies, we'll now see if they will still keep allowing the losing team to keep entering the kitchen. We'll see how. I can't wait. Like I'm really looking forward to this coming week to see how that
Mm-hmm.
kitchen thing will play out. And I'm so
Mm-hmm.
happy Sultana and her clique is on the losing team, except for Sabrina, of course. But that is it, the only saving grace they have, because Sabrina will be the one
Yes.
that will now maybe speak for their interest. Then
Mm-hmm.
Dede and Mide, I'm sorry for them, because they think go hungry this week because two of them inside the losing team. And what interested me the most during that Jaweja presentation was people that were calling other people dumb. I'm not constantly waiting them present.
Hmm. My sister, the way they turned to ghosts. Hmm. Ah, where is she? Hey, Chamaka, where did you go? Oh my God. She just dropped off like that. Oh my God. Okay, Chamaka, please, if you can hear me, please come back. All right. Okay, let's just quickly move on to Christiana. Hello.
Hmm. Chloe,
Hi.
Chloe, this network is freaking annoying.
No,
Hmm.
but you sound so clear. I can actually hear you loud and clear.
You can hear me. Okay, if you know the shege this network has played me, now I'm sounding like a Nigerian. Hmm.
So sorry, but I'm glad you're here finally.
Thank you, baby. How are you, my dear?
I'm doing fine. Oh.
You can say that again. No. Okay, so thank God you're doing okay. So my first comment is kindly for next week, not just this week again. For next week, when you open the call lines for people to comment, kindly time it so that you'll be able to manage your time. And again, when you want to respond, allow the person to leave the live, as in the call, to drop off the call, because if you try to respond whilst the person is on call, it will continue to prolong. You understand? And thereby, you know how these networks are, they are not stable. So it may lead up some people dropping off that may have very brilliant contributions to make to the show. So when you want to give your comments or your responses, do it after. For instance, now as I'm talking, allow me to drop off. Then you make your general response. Then you go to the next person. Because if not, some people want to own up this call as if it's their how they call it, this thing that people who die and leave the inheritance, as if it's their inheritance. They won't want to leave and give us chance. Okay, so moving
Okay, wait.
forward, that's just by
Okay,
the
wait
way.
before you move forward because you know me, I will interrupt you. Wait, wait. There is no way I will wait for you to finish before I respond. But anyways, I really appreciate your
Completely
suggestions.
agree.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
your
getting you
suggestions.
one bit. To be honest,
Yeah,
sis, I'm not
I
getting
ap-
you well.
I appreciate your suggestions, and they are great suggestions. However, I think you've been here for the longest time to know by now that what we do here, we have conversations, and I have never seen a conversation where one person is talking and the other person is quiet, and then you now wait till that one finishes before you now talk. No, I love interactions, right? And that is why when I'm talking to you like this now and you make a point, I would love to pause you, ask you questions, and then we interact. I feel like that way it is more fun. So the only thing I'm going to take away from what you've said is to manage the time, because I also understand that sometimes when I explain, I might take time. And when the other person too is explaining, they will take time. And that's the reason why from the start of the interaction, I said each speaker will get 10 minutes. All right. And I know that some people go over the 10 minutes. So I will take your advice based on time management. But I'm sorry to tell you that the interaction will not stop. Because as now as you want to talk now, you your own self, I will still interrupt you and I'll still ask you questions. Yeah, carry on.
Okay, sister. No, wahala, you win, Sha. Now your
Because
floor.
let me tell you
Who
something.
am I to
Glory
contend
Elijah
with
can
you?
be very quiet. No, trust me, I can be a very quiet person, yeah. So there's a way you will stay here now and you will talk, and once you're done, the only thing I'll just tell you is, oh, thank you so much for joining. Next speaker, it's gonna be boring. You will not even like it because you'll be wondering, like, okay, so where's the conversation? So let's
Okay.
talk. Let's
Yeah,
gist.
sure.
Talk to me.
It's
I
good.
talk to you.
Yeah. No, yeah, sure. You're right, actually. The reason I'm saying it is because some people want to take it as if it's their inheritance, but we move.
We will begin to sell plots of land on FSWD. We'll be selling plots of land on this our live stream. We'll be selling it.
Okay, sis. Actually, for today's Saturday, right? Oh, it feels like Sunday already. Okay, so
Yeah.
I will actually be watching some of your videos on your other channel for the rest of the day
Mm.
because I've just been skipping and skipping and skipping, and I say ha. So when I finally made up my mind to watch them today, I said, oh God, why didn't I watch this before so I could have a one-on-one talk with you? Okay, even if it's not on the show, maybe off camera, but that's by the way, there'll always be another time. So
Okay.
for the show, yeah, since these housemates are actually they are doing the most indeed, and they are doing their best. I will actually want to give grace to all of them because you know why? They are carrying
Mhm.
two shows on their head.
Mm.
What do I mean? Remember last year's show, how it was.
Yeah.
So it was upon them to rewrite how last year's show could have been, and again
Mm-hmm.
try to act this season as well. So it's a lot. Now, if
Mm.
you've noticed Big Brother's houses for most of the time, I've never seen where you see so many writings. Do the most, do the this, do the that, make this,
Yeah.
take opportunities. It's all stemming from last year. You
Yes.
understand? And
Mm-hmm.
again, it's as if, and mind you, it wasn't only the housemate that fucked up. Production had their hands, or they had something to do with that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm grateful that at least maybe there are one or two people that sat Ebuka down and tell her, man, you fuck up. Oh. Yes, the housemate did there, but even you too, you fuck up. So I believe he was properly drilled. That is why until we are just starting the show, but at least I'm loving the trend or the trajectory that he's taking. At least it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of appealing, you understand? So now
Yes.
he's asking the right questions. And also, they've learnt their lessons from the just concluded Bibi Mzamzi. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So now this housemate has a lot on their hands. And remember, they are all first timers on the show. They are all
Mm-hmm.
first timers. And there was a comment you made on Twitter that you love these people because why? They came raw. There
Mm.
is nothing like artificial stuff attached to their body. You
Mm.
understand? You see them
Mm.
all in their natural state as how God made them, which is good. They have a lot to.
Mm.
Yes, of course. And then, so for that, I want to give them that grace. Trust me.
Mm.
Because remember, as we are viewing the show, we are making a lot of comparison. Ah, this one, they are better. Oh, look at that
Mm.
last year's show. But remember, the three agents came to give us just a synopsis or a snip of what the show could have been. And okay, a snip of what this is already giving us. And the
True.
whole internet was on fire.
True.
The whole
True.
internet was on fire. People were, bringing fire and brimstones as if, this, and they were instructed to do the most. And that's what they did. And they delivered on their promise. And then people got all flared up.
Mm.
But look at what these people are doing. In fact, they've done much more worse, if English could permit me. They've done worse
Mhm.
than what the DRC agent did last year. But we are
True.
clapping for them.
Mm-hmm.
We are clapping for them. Look at what Zita is doing. To be honest
Mm-hmm.
with you, when they had that unmasking wager task, trust me, the first thought that came to me, that Camilo, I'm a Camilo, I'm living with you, I'm messing up with your things. I said,
Mm.
no, this one a beginner. So I was sure. In fact, I did not even watch her diary session. I only heard from you when you said you were so glad that Zita revealed that she was the one doing all those shenanigans. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
huh?
Carry on, please. Can't hear you anymore. Are you there? Hey, what's happening? Christiana, are you there? She actually mentions that our network was messing up before. Ah, she has dropped off. Please, Christiana, if you can come back, please come back. All right. Okay, let's speak with okay, Chiamaka is actually back. Um wait, who is supposed to go first? Okay, Chiamaka. Chiamaka, you're welcome back. Please conclude where you left off. Wait, what's happening? Chiamaka. Okay. If Chiamaka is not ready to speak, let's speak with Cara Glams. Cara Glams, are you there? Are you ready to speak?
I'm here, Glory. I'm back.
Who is speaking?
Shamaka.
Oh, okay. Welcome back. Please
Yeah.
give us your conclusion. Give us your
Okay, yeah,
conclusion on
actually, I
your
don't even have much to
analysis.
say again. I just came in to like finish my appreciation, and then
Okay.
I'm looking out for Faith. I'm enjoying his game. Usually, I would not normally like somebody like him because these people that are intelligent sometimes they can go overboard with being efficos. That's not what I mean when you say
Yes.
someone's an effico. But in his own case, he's not like rubbing it in. He's not rubbing it in. And everything he
Mm-hmm.
says makes sense. You understand? Like he's doing it,
Yes.
he's very calm and gentle about it. He knows he's intelligent, he knows what he's worth, and he's not allowing anybody to shout him down, and he's not also being
Mm-hmm.
overbearing about it. And I'm
Yes.
I'm totally loving him for that. I'm looking out for him. I don't have any favorites yet. Because all these housemates, in fact, if they don't bring out Big Brother this year, nobody can bring out Big Brother. All of them are crazy. So, but I'm looking out for Faith. I'm having that inclination towards liking him and the kind of game he's playing. And I really
Mm.
hope he doesn't disappoint. He should keep on keeping his head high. And in fact, this season, I really hope someone someone that is very intelligent, someone that has sense should win this season. Gone
Yeah.
are the days when we vote because of sentiment and because
Mm-hmm.
of anything, pity, nothing like that this year. I hope the way it is for us here on your channel is way every other person is saying it. Let this money go to somebody that will be sensible enough to actually use
Mm-hmm.
it sensibly, not that after
Mm-hmm.
they win, they'll go into oblivion and we don't know anything about
Yes.
them again. So I'm rooting
Yes.
for him subtly for now, but I'm not voting yet until maybe week 3 or 4. By then, I would have seen what they are up and about, and then because I really want to make very informed decision this year as to who my favorite would be, not just liking somebody from the first day and then being blind to whatever the person does, whether it's good or bad. So, but
Yeah.
thank you very much for everything you are doing and keep up the
Thank
good
you.
work. God is your muzzle. God is your strength. Keep your eyes
Amen.
open. Give us the tea. Hot, 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 hot. Bye, Glory. Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you so much. You said keep your eyes open. My eyes have been open for the past. This is almost 2 weeks now. My eyes are still open. I need sleep. Anyways, thank you so much, Chiamaka. Before we move on to the next person, I want to give a massive shout out to Abi Okoli. Abi Okoli, thank you so much for your donation. Every time you give a donation, you don't know how much it means to me. It really goes a long way to help. Thank you so much for all of your support all the time to help this channel continue. You've been sustaining this channel. You have no idea. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's hear from Cara Glams. Cara Glams, are you there? Cara Glams, you have to unmute your mic.
Okay.
Hi, you're welcome.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You're welcome. How are you?
Good afternoon, Glory. Good
Good
afternoon. Well
afternoon.
done. I know that you always see my comments on your Twitter, this thing, on this thing. I always like, Glory, no, this one, go and check this one, go and check that one. And sometimes I'm just like, wait, let me calm down and just see where Glory is coming from. And I'm like, it's not bad. It's not bad. Let me look at it from that side. Say, yeah. So I just say, well done. And I want to ask a very honest question from you, Glory. Have you been sleeping? Hey, God, have you been sleeping?
My sister.
But sometimes I'll just be like, I beg, let me off my TV. I'll hear from Glory the next morning. She will drop update for me. I said, Glory will do the update for me, Jai. Well done.
I
So
swear,
I
I
feel like
can't sleep.
I feel like everyone has really they have spoken like on what I really want to speak about. It's just
Yes.
the people I love that game in their house are just someone like Dede, Kola. I love this person's game. What's her name? I can't really remember her name right now. Zita, yes, Zita.
Okay.
I love those ladies' game. Dede is this soft person. Like she's just there's nothing to hate about Dede. Let me just put it like that. If you are eating on her, you need to check yourself because that girl is just there and she's just doing her thing. Can you hear me, Glory?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yes, yes, carry on, carry on. I can hear you.
hello. Yeah,
I
the
can hear you.
network is
Carry
really
on.
bad. I'm sorry. Okay. So
I can
that's
hear
just
you.
it. I'm just enjoying your reviews. And please, guys, if you are listening, please let's always like our videos or drop comments. So even if we cannot see, if we don't have enough money to send to her, like something like this, let's just appreciate her by liking our videos. It's not easy. These housemates are keeping her awake, and she has not been slacking. She has been delivering all the time, both on Twitter and on YouTube. So please let's just like our videos and just appreciate her in the little ways we can, please. So
Thank you so
thank you,
much for
Glory.
that.
Bye. Yeah.
Oh my God, Paraglams, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me just be like, thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's speak with Afia. Afia, you're welcome. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Good, good, good. You're welcome to the
Hello,
conversation.
can you?
Yes, I can
Okay.
hear you. Please carry on.
So I've not been really watching. Yes, please. I've not been really watching because I'm in school.
Oh, okay.
So I've been getting updates from you and yeah, and I've been getting updates from you and Twitter.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
talk about this game.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
The day is
following my
actually
tweets.
playing a nice game because I feel like okay. So the day is actually playing a nice game because I feel like she's just like me because people don't actually respect boundaries. And when you have boundaries, they feel like you are rude because they don't understand why you should have boundaries and you want them to follow it because she has boundaries like color like this.
Mhm.
You said you want to be a friend. Okay, we are friends, but we don't have some conversations. Some conversations we can't like say it as friends. So you have to understand your boundaries. I feel like boundaries is a problem for all the guys. because they don't understand why a girl should have so much boundaries and wants guys to follow her boundaries. They feel like you are too proud. And the girls in the house always talking about it. I feel like because they don't have that kind of boundaries and they cannot stand on their boundaries, even if they have one. Because of the way she has been able to stand on her grounds to let the guys follow her boundaries, they feel as if she's doing too much while she's not even doing anything at all. Because as a girl, you should have boundaries. That's like self-respect and everything. So I really like Dede's game, but I think if she's going to do well in the game, she should really stand on her boundaries. And if truly she has a boyfriend outside the house, then I think she's actually committed to that relationship. And I pray that relationship is also committed to her, because we might not know if it is true she has a relationship outside the house or not. But if she has, then she's actually doing a good work. And for Imisi, again, I don't really know how to say, like, I don't even know her game, but she's actually doing well. And I feel like she has a script, and she's actually following a script very well. And I'm very surprised she could follow a script that really well. Like, she already has plans on what to do in week 1, what to do in week 2. I don't know if this is actually the same thing she's doing in week 3, but I think she's actually doing very well.
Are you there? We've lost you, Afia. Are you there? I don't know what's going on. Probably a connection. Afia, if you can add yourself again, that would be great so that we can hear your conclusion. All right. Okay. We're going to speak with Christiana. Christiana came back. Christiana, please just go ahead and conclude on your point. All right.
Wait, can you hear me now? It was the internet, not me. It's the network. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. That's fine. Please go ahead and
Oh,
conclude.
okay, okay, all right. So today actually I really want to comment much on this housemate. Maybe I will just comment on one, but I'll mostly give my comments and words of encouragement to you that the work you're doing is a lot. If nobody recognizes you about it, my sister, tap yourself or pat yourself in the back. Be like that lizard that when it falls from up to down and watch around, and nobody is there to say, "Oh, you well done,
Is
well
your
done."
phone?
It
Sorry,
shakes its
that is
head and
phone
says, "No."
vibrating. Oh my God. It's
Hello.
I think your phone has a lot of vibrations. I don't know if you have a call or something, but the vibration is quite heavy. The sound is really heavy. Please, yeah? Okay, it has stopped now. Great. Great. Please carry on. Hello, Christiana. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Christiana, are you there? Okay. I think she dropped off. She probably had a call. The vibrating sound was quite heavy. Okay, let's speak with Darling on Twitter. Darling has been waiting. Hello, Darling.
Hello, Glory. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're welcome.
Good.
I'm good.
I'm
Thank
so sorry,
you.
bear with me. I've lost my voice on top of this show. Hi. I've lost my voice on top of this show. This season, I only have 4 words.
I can imagine. You already sound like Isabella.
I don't remember the last time I had 2 hours sleep. I don't remember. Even that 2 hours sleep, when I wake up, I've missed a whole chapter of this show. I can't keep up. Like, now, it don't over me. The drama, the storylines are very connected. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for Ebuka. Because I'm sure he's even calling. He doesn't even know where to start from. Because even from last week, he choked. This week, he choked. He choke. Hey, Big Brother. Aibo. I can't. Honestly, I came here to say, this season, I'm really glad they are leaving us. I don't think we have a season as good as this. And I don't even exaggerate. For a 2-week show, not even 2 weeks yet, but they really delivered, over-delivered. Like,
Yeah.
I really am happy with this cast. And even though I'm complaining about drama, I'm so enjoying it. I mean, I like drama. I can stay awake. If there's only enjoyment, I will enjoy. So I want to talk about a little bit of the Kola Jason. Now Doris is in the picture, unprovoked. Who sent her? Who sent Doris? She's always saying, I don't want to be in the equation, but you always involve yourself. Gigi made a very good statement about Doris, and I hope she tells Kola. She said Doris is that since Kola rejected Doris, it's now turned into a situation of if I can't have you, you won't have him either. And it's like every time she hears just that would know who hurt Kola. She goes to Kola to exaggerate the gist.
True.
Put her own, thought or add some to it to cause drama.
True.
Because every time she knows she succeeds in pulling Kola away from the day. So that is why she's keeping on doing this. But if her own don't do, like, I can see Kola. If you are Kola a Sultana fan on this thing, go and buy edge control, because the time they are done with their fans, all their edges go remove from their head. Kola is Sultana fans. They will stress you guys.
You should have buy edge control.
Buy edge control. You go, all your edges go disappear. Don't Kola Sultana. Me, I'm loving it though. Last time I'm not standing anyone. Me, I'm loving the drama.
Nice.
But when it comes to Kola and Dede, I feel like the ignore that he gave Dede this week. Me, I feel like it kind of worked on her in a very indirect way. Like he felt it, to be honest, because I feel like she pulling that move on the whole tax, that extra tax on that runway. She was kind of hinting, I miss your attention, come back. Because she even used her own words to say, I just wanted to show him I'm that girl, that he will always come around. So me, I think that it's even though she's not showing it, but I feel like it's affecting her a little bit in a tiny way. And me, I'm glad they're going to have a conversation. And I also like the fact that when you were starting your space, you said Kola knows what he's doing. He's a really smart game player. You know, when Bryce suggested they should have the conversation at the party, if it was a conversation that he didn't want the whole world to hear, he would have been like, okay, yes, I'm going to have it. Because the party, no one hears conversation. But he said, no, I'm going to have it after party. This boy knows what he's doing.
He wants audience.
Dragging the storyline. Now it's mainly him and Kola, and Jason and Doris are side characters in this storyline. I'm enjoying it too. And I just want them to squish it, because I know that even when they have this conversation this evening, I don't know the clarity they're going to get. It's still going to be hung up in the air. People are going to take side. They're going to gossip about it. It's going to spread like wildfire. So me, I don't know how the conversation is going to be, but me, I'm still waiting, Sha. And I also want to talk about KK and Mensa. KK. KK is a villain we thought culture was. I can't believe he went to hide the bread in Mensa's bag. Me, my own thought is, initially, he just took the bread because he wanted to spite K-Bobo. But I think he had a change of plans when he realized K-Bobo was going at Mensa, because K-Bobo went to Mensa to accuse him. So he later changed his plan to be like, let me hide it in Mensa's bag. Since he's displayed himself as the culprit or the villain or the victim, let me use him now, because I feel like he just hid it to spite K-Bobo, but he didn't have it in his mind to put it in Mensa's bag. But because of the fight happened, that is why he went to put it in Mensa's bag to cause more confusion. And me, I know it's about the Isabella situation, so me, I don't understand. Me, I enjoyed the drama, but I didn't know you could do that. And me, I'm happy. Me, I'm enjoying the drama. Also, I want to talk about Gigi a little bit. Gigi's storyline, Gigi, no, let me say Sultana first. Sultana is never beaten the allegation for me of talking down on women. Like, I am still here to see a day she'll talk down on him. I will literally give all my votes. Like, I'll go and buy votes that I've never done before to vote Sultana. The day she'll talk down on a man in that house, I will do that. But it's like every conversation she's talking down on the women that she's not really close to. Because it's like a pattern. From the day to me, to Imisi to Isabella, and now to you, Doris. Doris, she deserves it because she's not correct. But it's like it's getting to a point that is now it's a storyline. Like anytime the camera points at her having a conversation, I will automatically think it's about talking down on a lady. So anytime she does that, I'm not really surprised because it's like, what is this? It's like projection. You're projecting on this lady. With the whole Imisi comment, I feel like it was so demeaning because I feel like even Faith knew what Imisi did. It was a situation of he was uncomfortable. He told her fine. She stopped it. But why are you trying to paint the narrative that she's sexually harassing this boy? And I feel like it's so demeaning for a lady to say that about another lady. And it's like, when is Sultana ever gonna rest? If you want the guys, just go for. I don't know if she gets attention from the guys. So I'm really confused where this animosity of the lady is coming from. You get attention from Queen. Even pray that Ebuka don't expose your Queen and your kids with Queen on Sunday because I know how Ebuka can be. But it's like you got attention from JC, you got attention from Victory, you got attention from Queen. So where is this animosity for the girls coming from? I'm really confused. And it's like it's getting to a point, it's so annoying. Like, and people are still defending her. They are trying, no, honestly, they are really trying. With Gigi and Victory, like, I'm really confused because according to Victory, you said you didn't want to be intimate in the house. So you made it kind of look like Gigi was trying to force herself on him. But according to Gigi also, she said they broke up because he didn't want to be, he wanted intimacy and she didn't agree. So it's giving two sides of the coin. I don't know who to believe when it comes to them. And I feel like Gigi is also a pick me. Like she would like to be a victim all the time. She always thinks the men like her. Now she said it's about K-Bobo and KK liked her. I can't keep up to these storylines. Like every day, new storylines are coming up, and Isabella and Thelma on too. Like I'm so confused of this season. Like my brain.
Can I tell you something? Maybe this will clear your doubts. You know that from the very beginning, Gigi and what's her name, Sultana. It wasn't like they were best of friends. You know, right?
Yes.
They were not like best of friends. Gigi was vibing with Ivata and I think Sabrina. You know, they had this thing in common, the accent, being a foreigner living in another country that came to the show. Now, Gigi is playing a very manipulative game, emotional blackmail game as well. So, Victory already gave his reasons that she's trying to box him. She doesn't want him to interact with other girls. While she has 5 boyfriends. When I say boyfriends, like male friends. She has like 5 male friends. Bright, Otega, Denari, Jason Jae, and then there's this other person again. I can't remember his name. She has a lot of guy friends that she relies on, that she gives hugs. She even loves Jason Jae. Our own with Jason Jae is everyday hug, comforting hug. So imagine if Victory was doing all what she was doing. This house would be on fire. Do you understand? So I feel like I'm now going to tell people that it is because he asked her for intimacy and she refused. I feel like that's a lie that she's spinning to you understand, to make it look like he's really a bad person. Now the second one she now came with again. She said Victory went to go and say that he likes her best friend. She's calling Sultana her best friend. Sultana was never Gigi's best friend. I don't know if you understand.
I agree.
But that does not mean that Victory is not also playing his game. Victory is playing his game. But what's her name? Gigi is playing a very coded game, you know, because she's very soft-spoken. Yeah. So every time, because she's always crying, emotional, people will now think that, oh, Victory is suffering her. Victory is very wicked. But people are not really seeing the game that she is also playing.
Yeah. And I'm really also surprised that she's one of the housemates this season that gets a lot of screen time. Like,
Yeah.
screen time she gets is insane. And always, when the camera points at her, she's complaining, whining, and dining to another housemate, pouring out. And I feel like it all goes back to the point of a common denominator, which is victory.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like ever since victory, kind of moved on and never looked back, which he never liked her, so it's so upset to say that. But I feel like ever since that whole thing, she just finds it so hard to accept that this boy or this nigga never liked her. This nigga was so wicked to you, never saved you from nomination, chose another person. He would rather sleep with a tree than sleep with you in the HOH room. That's how wicked he has shown you in the show. So why are you going about talking about everything concerning this victory guy? And I feel like he's so rude to ladies. So I don't understand the kind of juju he's used on her, or what kind of love confession he told her that she just can't, seem to forget this boy. It's so annoying because I feel like the other storylines, at least they are kind of okay, but with her own, every time she's whining. Yesterday I heard her say she likes KK, to invite her. And I'm like, where is this coming from? Because I told her her connection with KK is like, oh, they are both pouring each other's frustration to one another. And yesterday I'm like, I heard her say she likes KK, and she never takes time to heal. Because I know that she's not healed from the victory situation. She'll be hopping onto yes, the other day she was sleeping with Dena, with Kathleen. I'm like, is this girl really okay? They should send her home, because at this point, she's going to be the victim. She's going to try to be the victim in every situation. Now she says Sultana is coming for her. Does Sultana even see victory? Like, does she even see him in the house?
So that's her strategy. Let's get this right straight, okay? Gigi Jasmine, that is her strategy. I think I put it out on Twitter, or maybe I said it on one of my videos. Her strategy is to be in a ship by all means. If she's in this one, if this one ends, she'll enter this one. And in all of those ships, she's always going after guys that are unavailable, so that she will continue to be the victim. She enjoys playing the victim because she has mastered the art of easily shedding tears. And that is why I was sounding a warning to Big Brother, that as much as Big Brother is doing a fantastic job this season, he needs to reduce the over empathizing with Gigi, because when she goes to the room and she's crying, he'll be encouraging her, giving her words of affirmation. And I'm like, dude, you are making the other parties involved look like they are the villain, and that is not supposed to be the case. Okay, so she's actually playing her strategy, and if it's working, fine.
Yeah, and I can't even feel sorry for it, because Isabella, you were there when Sultana and you were talking down Isabella, saying that is the reason why she dresses, because she wants to seduce the men. I can't feel sorry for her, because you, as a girl, you were a single mother, like the same girl you're talking about. You are talking down on this girl. I mean, whatever she's doing, it's just annoying me that she gets a lot of screen time for unnecessary boredom, because it bores me to dirt. It really bores me. I just want to round up by saying, KK, I'm surprised with KK. I'm waiting. Now that he's giving me a villain move, I hope he continues. Instigator is taking Culture's job successfully. And my Culture is the biggest instigator this thing. He just went to tell Mensa that K-Bobo is a deported American citizen. And K-Bobo, used that to insult in his fight. So Culture, no one should share information with Culture, because you are spilling all secrets that he's going to tell another person. Culture is the one housemate they should watch out for, the biggest instigator. And he listens to all the gossip and use it for his plan. Me, this is now roundabout. I'm enjoying myself. I'm waiting, because today it's about to be hot. There's no resting time for this season. Today is even Saturday. I'm just waiting to be entertained as usual. And I know I'm not gonna sleep early. So yeah, thank you, Glory.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to move on back to YouTube now. But before we do so, I want to give a shout out to Stella Omolayo. Stella Omolayo, thank you so much for your contribution, your donation via Buy Me a Coffee. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That really goes a long way to help on this channel. Thank you so much. And Erica, you're making inquiries on how you can actually send in a donation. If it doesn't work for you on YouTube, please use the link. All right, use the link. I think it's actually pinned right now on this live stream in the comment section. It's called the Buy Me a Coffee link. If you cannot send a donation on YouTube, you can actually do that over there. So please click on that link, and I think it will be easier for you. Thank you so much for even considering sending in a donation. Thank you so much. Okay, let's speak with Amoako Franklina. I'm sorry about the pronunciation of your name. Franklina, are you
Hi,
there?
Gloria.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
You're
Um,
welcome.
don't worry. I also used to pronounce your name wrong. I thought it was Gloria instead of Glory.
Okay, so we are even.
Anyways, don't worry. Anyway, I want to talk about Dede and Mide's friendship. I don't think Dede is totally oblivious of Mide being a frenemy because she
Hmm,
in one of her diary section she actually
hmm,
mentioned that she's actually enjoying the friendship. When it comes to when they lose the friendship, she will totally be okay with it. So she doesn't necessarily care about what happens next in the
hmm,
friendship.
hmm,
So I don't think she doesn't know what Mide is doing. She's
hmm,
aware, she has clocked it, and she's enjoying it at the
hmm,
moment. Again, is Gigi. I think Gigi is just a victim player.
mm-hmm,
In all situations, she wants to be a victim.
mm-hmm,
So I don't necessarily think she's just playing a victim to Victory because Victory gave her a reason to be a victim.
mm-hmm,
And she's using it to her advantage because that's her gameplay.
hmm.
And I
I
think
completely agree.
and I think with Menson's game, I'm kind of lost this week because I honestly don't know what he's doing this week. Because the first week I was getting it, but this week I'm totally lost with Menson's game.
Hmm.
And I like Imisi's game too.
Yeah.
Imisi's game is actually cool. It's playing village girl who finally understood English. And now
Mm-hmm.
we will be moving on to the next episode, God willing, next week. So I'm hoping to see the next episode for Imisi because she's
Hmm.
really playing a game. And it's very subtle,
Mm-hmm.
but it's very good. And I'm enjoying it. Anyways, that's my suggestions. All
Yeah.
right.
Thank you. Thank you so much. For Manson, I want to call him Arable Rosa. I think I got that right. I don't know. But most of the time it's used in politics. But in this Big Brother's house, I think he's really like he's really wearing that as a badge of honor. Manson does not necessarily have a striking storyline yet,
Okay.
aside from his representation of his people from Anthony Island in Port Harcourt of is it Port Harcourt? Yeah, from the riverine area of Nigeria. He doesn't really have like a striking storyline. But one thing he thrives on is chaos. Once there is chaos, even it doesn't have to be him starting that chaos, but once there's chaos somewhere, he always pours more fuel to the fire, right? And he
Okay.
also stirs the pot a lot. Like he inflames people to react. And if those people are not reacting, he's doing the reacting. So
Yeah.
the reason he does that is just to be a part of the highlight. So unlike a lot of other housemates that create their own highlight, Menson most of the time he just taps into different highlights, which
So
in
he's
my
actually
opinion,
riding on people's highlights.
exactly. He's riding on their waves, which, in my opinion, is also a very smart thing to do because you have to be able to think fast to be able to pull that kind of strategy off.
Yeah.
Because you see a lot of housemates, people are fighting and they're like this, and they're watching spectators, bystanders. They're not doing anything, right? But
Yeah.
you see, Mention, it's either he's making facial expressions or he's shouting or he now says something inflammatory to the people involved, and then one of them will get more triggered and then they face him, and that is where you see Manson in action, going crazy, removing his shirt. He wants to fight, but you know that he's not going to
Yeah.
fight. Yeah.
Okay, and
So,
I also like Faith's game, and I think all the
mm,
housemates are just jealous that he's intellectually up there than them. I'm
yeah.
not to say that the housemates are slow, but as compared to Faith, they are slow.
Hmm.
Faith is actually
Okay.
brilliant, and he is clocking all their games. But my problem is he's not being able to use it,
Yeah.
execute it very well. But when it comes to in terms of wages and other things, I think he's going to do very well, exceptional there.
Mm,
But as to how to use how he has clocked other people's game, that's the problem.
yeah. Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
I want to believe that the reason why I'm not being too hard on some of the housemates that are not unleashing yet is because I'm giving them that grace that they are peeling off their layers gradually. The slowest of them all is Tracy. To be honest, she just might be going no this week, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just wait and see. I mean, we have
Uh,
the third week coming up from next week, so we'll see.
and
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really enjoy your videos too.
Thank you so much.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Bye.
Okay. All right. Before I move on to the next speaker, I want to give a massive shout out to Darren. Darren sent a donation via send buy me a coffee. Darren, I am so grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then there's somebody else in the comment section. Sorry, I missed your name. Somebody is asking if I can send my account details if it's not going to be awkward. This is from Belema. Tamune, is it Tamuno? I'm sorry, I can't send my account details. It's not safe security wise, but you can send a donation via YouTube. All right, you click the dollar sign on YouTube and you can move on from there. Or you can use the link that I pinned in the comment section of this live. There's a link to buy me a coffee. So in whatever currency you want to send me a donation, you can actually do that on there. All right. But I cannot send my personal account details. So sorry about that. All right. Thank you very much to everybody that is even considering to send a donation. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Okay, let's speak with Mara Wild Group. Hello, Mara.
Hi, Glory.
Hi, how are
How are
you?
you?
I'm okay.
It's
Thank you.
it's been a minute and we've missed you. And per usual, this is where we come and get our Big Brother very well thought analysis
Mm.
that we always enjoy. And greetings from Nairobi. And I've missed you. I was just wondering. So when is Big Brother Naija coming so that we can get to see you more often? And I'm so happy about that. Now,
Thank you.
I will have a conversation in regards to Dede.
Mm.
And I'm much older. I'm 39 right now. And as a 23-year-old who knows how to place boundaries around herself, I'm very impressed.
Mm.
And one thing that has stuck out is how, as women, we are told when something bad happens to us, um, why didn't we say something? Why didn't we say no? Why didn't we place a boundary? But then again, when you place that boundary, you're considered as rude, you're arrogant, you think you're so beautiful, you think you're all that in a bag of chips. And now you're torn, like, okay, what is right to do and what is not right to do? Um her coming into the house and making it known and very plain that there are certain boundaries she's not willing for her to let the guard down, I commend it because I'm one of those people. I'm not a hugger. I hug people
Mm.
that I'm a very intentional human being in terms of if I'm hugging you, you mean a lot to me. I mean, I feel like hugs and pecks, those are very intimate things that you just don't, hand freely like a bag of candy.
Yes.
So for her to put that boundary Since time in existence, we've always known that Big Brother has been the house of ships and boats and canoes and everything in the ocean that needs energy to move. And I think
Yeah.
her coming in, she decided that she's not going to play that game. And she's like, I need to firmly make the gents know that this is a boundary I am not willing to cross. And that is very good. Anyone who has a problem with it can go kick rocks. I'm looking at her and I'm feeling like she's very observant. She might not say much, but I think I want to believe she's also aware of the games that Mide is playing. A friend will not throw you in the fire so willingly, like the way she's doing with Kola. She knows her stance. Mide knows Dede's stance when it comes to men. But yet you find her encouraging Kola to keep on trying. Oh, she's playing hard to get, but just keep on trying. You're doing, I can see you try, but don't worry, don't give up. I think she would be in a much better position to tell the guy, listen, this lady has a serious relationship on the outside, and just respect that. Respect the fact that she does not want to cross that line with you or anybody else in the house. As for Bright being close to Mide, I don't think it's because Bright really, really likes Mide like that, but he's intrigued on who Dede is, and because he really can't get that information right from the source, what better thing for him to do than go to the person close to the source? That's why every time they have a conversation, he will always, at the end of the day, towards the ends of the conversation or somewhere in the middle, he'll ask about Dede. Why? Because that's the only way he can be able to get information about the lady. As for Kola, he behaves like a high school boy, Form 2 to be specific. Normally that's the age of around 15, 16 years old, who sees the girls he fancies, gets obsessed, and cannot take no for an answer. And if I can't have you, then no one else is going to, because what better thing for me to do than destroy your reputation around and make it look like you're not a gem, So what do? Let me destroy. If I can't have you, let me destroy the little, chance you might get to be in anything with anybody else. For me, if I was to teleport information or any message or any advice to Dede, it would be, if she can, please do not, I repeat, do not enter any form of ship with anybody. And for Jason J, maybe genuinely he might like Dede, but I would like them to explore that out of the house, not in the house, because it will lead to many complications. There is 97,500 USD on the line. That's about 150,000 naira. 150 million naira on the line. Do you really want to put that on the line because of a flimsy relationship that eventually, we know they're human, they're bent to catch feelings, and as Gigi has shown very early on with the Victory debacle, get into your feelings, then it clouds your judgment, then you lose guard and you fail to think logically, factually, and you start thinking with your emotions. So if I were Dede, I would put everyone at an arm's length. I will respect everybody, but not really get into a situation whereby something stands in between me and what made me drop everything I was working on the outside to come into the house, to come and forget what brought me into the house, which is 97,500 USD dollars that I need to pocket. Ifubara, I'm sorry, I'm butchering the name. She's a psychologist, a trained one. I need her to tell people the reality and not what they want to hear. And I'll always insist, Big Brother is a very big platform where people can I need people to stop thinking beyond the prize money and hone into the whatever field they're in on the outside and tap into that and actually market themselves to the viewing audience on the outside, because there's also life after Big Brother. And I don't know why every season they just don't get it, how much of a platform this is and how much they can actually do self-marketing. The only person that actually right now I'm really impressed by is Faith. Faith is doing his thing. He's not letting his height or his body size, he's not letting anybody get into his head space, his mental space, and try and make him feel like he's less than. His confidence is something that I hope that when people leave that house, at least one or two of the housemates would have tapped into that and just see that if this guy, if I could have, even if it's just a 5% of his confidence, I can move mountains from where I'm sitting. They need to start tapping into each other's energy and stop looking at each other as an enemy. It's a competition. It's not a hate train place where women sit on the corner and start, talking garbage towards each other. Those same women will be out here saying women supporting women, but the kind of vile things they say in the corner in the middle of the night when they don't like somebody, oh my goodness, it's disheartening. And I like what Dede did on that runway when she was on her bikini. And if Kola did not get the message that Dede was sending to him when she called him, close by, did a Rihanna on Drake Suave kind of a move on him and the middle finger, then he's not gonna get it. That was a clear message, not just to him, but to every other male housemate that I'm aware of what you guys are saying, but I don't give a fuck. Pardon my French. You can sit in your little corners, have a discussion about me. When you're done, you'll go sleep. But I'm here and I'm here to stay until I get evicted or I win the money. And whatever little noise you guys make, it doesn't fumble or ruffle my feathers. And in my country, we have a say that empty debes make a lot of noise.
All right. Thank you so much, Mara. Thank you so much. That was a very, very in-depth analysis coming from you, and I really appreciate that. Really, really. And I totally agree with you. As much as all of these housemates are playing the game and trying to be extremely brutal, they should also learn to censor some of the things that come out of their mouth. Thank you so much. Thank you
You're
so
welcome,
much.
love. You're welcome.
Okay. Guys, I really have to round up now. So I'm going to speak with Karupa. Karupa, most likely going to be the last speaker for tonight because I'm not going to lie, I'm tired. And we have to go and recuperate energy for tonight's party. And let me tell you all something. Something is going to happen tonight during the party. I will share that information before I close for this evening's live. All right. But yeah, let's hear from Karupa. Hello.
Hello, Glory. How are you?
Good, good. You're welcome. How are you?
I am doing great. It's just that I'm a bit frustrated because the Wi-Fi is tripping. I've been joining the live and going off because it keeps on tripping.
Yeah, I noticed. I noticed. But I'm glad you were
Uh,
able to make it now.
Thank you so much. Okay, where do I start? I'm starting from Thelma when she won HOH.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the way she unleashed out of her shell. She showed us that I'm not going to show you guys the Thelma, the Thelma that you guys saw on week one. This is a new Thelma, and I basically enjoyed how she carried her role for the few hours. And when it comes to victory, victory, he was a bit brutal in the sense why we know the reason why I'm saying he was a bit brutal is because home girl. I will also I will not necessarily blame victory because Gigi Jasmine lost her gut. Because you cannot tell me in 5 days you fall in love so quick. And you expect the guy to pamper you, to what. So that's her own fault that she basically lost her guard.
Yes.
And when it comes to the Dede situation, I when I'm watching Dede on my screen, Glory, I don't hear the beep. I don't hear Dede properly. I'll be like, oh, I'll be so frustrated because I don't hear her. I'm like, I don't hear her. And when she was on the runway, ne, that's when I was like, oh, let me look. What is this? Pay attention to this babe. Because based on your analysis that you give every day, I'll be like, ah, Glory. What is it? Not that every time you talk about Dede, it's just that because she is the topic, that's why you talk about her.
Yeah.
The housemates are making her the topic.
Yes.
And I'm like, let me give this babe the benefit of the doubt. Let me just be open-minded. And I'm yet. I'm watching her game. And also, I feel like the kind of game that Dede is also kind of playing is it's the same game that Kosi played in Titans. And when I was watching BB Titans that year, that was my last year of high school. I was not watching the show consistent because I was even watching your videos, and every time I was coming to your videos, you're like giving accolades to Kosi. Now this, I think it was last year when I was watching back your videos of that season. I'm like, oh, this is why Glory was giving Kosi her flowers because the girl really was playing the game. And I'm yet to watch her game. And what else did I forget? Yeah, and I have a question, Glory, for you and our fellow community. Okay? This is a question I even tweeted out that question, guys, does being intelligent mean a housemate like Faith deserve to win Big Brother Naija? Are they automatically a 10 out of 10 just because they are smart?
I don't think so. I don't agree. I don't agree. So the reason I don't agree is because I think I would be a hypocrite if I agree that because the housemate is intelligent and smart, they should win, whereas they are not giving entertainment. And that's why every time I try to define the show, I always begin with it's reality TV. Reality TV, most of the time, is supposed to show all facets of the lives of the people involved. It has to be entertaining. And with Big Brother show, it's not just that, there's also a competition involved, right? So now you as a housemate participating, you are fighting and competing for the money, for the status, for the prize, for longevity in the game. You're fighting for all of that. But in the process of doing that, you need to be able to multitask. Multitask in the sense that the audience has a ravenous need, and the need is entertainment. So, how does entertainment come about? You need to be able to have a storyline. You need to be able to create entertaining content. You need to be able to create situations out of nothing. Because going into the house, it's like going into a white box that is empty, no color, nothing, no life, nothing. So you're supposed to go into that house and create life, create entertainment, create content, create things that would spark up conversations. You're supposed to create things that will provoke the emotions of the viewers. So the housemate that deserves to win is a housemate that is an all-rounder, a housemate that is able to entertain and is also able to actively compete for the money. But most of the time, what we have with Big Brother Naija is most of the time we have a housemate that is not necessarily competitive or entertaining, but simply because they check all the morality boxes of the viewers, right? So if you check the history of most of the winners that we've had, some of them, they've been able to play the game according to the theme of the season, whilst others, it's just because people deem them as they are good people. They are very good. They are very, what's that? They are not morally decayed. They fear God. They are good, they are responsible, they're intelligent, those kind of things. But then when you now compare the winners to the people that actually really carried the season on their shoulders by virtue of the content they were giving, the entertainment, sustaining the life of the show. Because if you're able to sustain the life of the show, you're also allowing the sponsors to get value for their money. So the organizers of the show, they are not running at a loss, right? So I think we are done with all of that. We are done with housemates who tick all the morality boxes. It's like every time there's a new season of Big Brother, it's like all the goody two shoes viewers, they just carry their big giant book. Is he good? Is he smart? Is he intelligent? Does he bath in the morning? Does he brush his teeth in the morning? Does he look fine? Is this person light skinned? You know, those nonsense criteria, and we're sick and tired of it. So, as much as I love Faith, I mean, for those of you that follow me on Twitter, you see how I hype him up every time he's having his diary session because I am all for an intelligent person, right? But at the end of the day, I'm going to be frank with all of you. He's boring. He's not really giving entertainment. So he's one of those people that I'm not really worried about in the sense that I have gone through his profile on the outside, and this guy has a lot going on for himself. So if he does not win the show, he's not going to suffer. He's from money, he's well to do, he is very much accomplished. This is somebody that's created a filter for Snapchat, and he has been creating filters for people. Maybe you want to start up a business or you want to do celebrate your wedding or birthday on Snapchat. You know those filters that they create. Oh, Glory Words XYZ. He creates filters like that, and he's making money. So I feel like for someone like him coming onto the show, it's probably to sell himself and advertise himself, which is what he's doing because he's also a medical doctor and he's probably trying to go into private practice. And if you know the medical field very well, I heard that the private practice pays well. It pays way more than public practice. I'm not really sure, but that's just what I heard, right? So I'm not really worried about Faith because I know that he'll be fine regardless of his fate on the show. But if by week 5 Faith is not giving anything other than what he is currently giving, I'm sorry, I do not think he's a deserving winner. And the same thing goes for every other housemate. So this season, we are looking at me personally as a viewer that is paying money for subscription, and as a viewer that wants to see an all-rounder. I believe that any housemate that is able to meet up to all of these things I have actually listed out and not the morality check, I believe that housemate is good to go.
Thank you so much for being so open-minded. That's why I love you. What is this? I'm here to give my thought on Mide and Zita.
Okay.
Looking at both sides of the story, both girls were wrong. But I want Big Brother to issue a strike. I know issuing them a strike will put them back in their shell, but we'll wait and see what Big Brother will be. But I'm not also not Big Brother, so we are just spectators.
Yes.
And
yes,
on the Midday and Bright, the way I have become an investigating officer. When you see on Big Brother's website, Bright says he's single. Are you there, Glory? Bright says he's single, but on the stage he was saying he has a girlfriend. Now I'm like, hey, this guy. I feel like there he's contradicting himself because on the person that updated the website, he goes that message to the Big Brother Naija what is this people that he is single, and on the stage he's saying he's in a relationship. I mean, I feel like with Mide, he does not really like Mide. He just wants to gain longevity. Correct me if I pronounce the word correct. He wants to stay long in the show. So that's why he was like, he knows that what most viewers want. Most viewers want a relationship. Most people, they love shipping, especially fine faces. Faces that complement each other will ship. So he basically wants to use Mide for the purpose of the game. And I said, I'm giving him his flowers. And on who's going tomorrow, I love all the housemates. I adore all of them. I don't even want Big Brother to evict any of them, but because the house is full and the game must continue, I feel like Ibufara might go.
Bifubara, yeah.
Denari, Tracy, uh, what is the guy? Damboski. Who else?
Yeah.
Those women, even if they're in the bottom four, I will not be surprised. And
True.
I want and what you said, ne, that the housemates that were giving us entertainment last week, ne, this week they are chilled. And I want more of them. I want them to give. I want right now as I'm speaking, I did not decide who deserves to win because it's too early. It's too early. They must unleash.
I think the house will be more tensed
Yeah, thank you so
after
much.
the evictions tomorrow. You know now, yeah, you see those ones that are not doing
Yeah,
anything.
definitely.
I think reality has not hit them yet that people can actually be evicted. So if you notice, yeah, for every season of every Big Brother show, the first eviction tends to set the tone of the level of drama we get the very next week. Although this season started off different, right? But as much as this season is already hot, I believe it's going to be hotter from Sunday night tomorrow. And you will see that the Head of House Challenge will be more competitive than it has ever been, since the show started. Because people are going to be shocked. The housemates actually are going to be shocked at the people that will be evicted, and they will now begin to be more competitive. Those that gossip, they will gossip harder. Those that fight will fight harder. Those that love will love harder. Kola, we think the Kola is chasing Dede now. Watch and see. He will literally go and be kneeling down in front of her bed to propose to her.
Glory.
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you. Carry on. What happened? Karopa, can you hear me? He actually complained about his connection. I don't know if that's what is affecting right now. Karopa, can you hear me? Okay. But really, thank you so much, Karupa, for that beautiful conversation. I mean, really lovely, very in-depth. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Now, before we move on to the last speaker, Jay Fansworth, I want to give a shout out to AfriCloud. AfriCloud sent in a donation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. See, you guys don't even understand how much it gladdens my heart every time I see your donation. You don't know you are paying some bills for me. You're paying my internet bill, you're paying my light bill, and I'm not even kidding you. You're paying my light bill. This studio alone consumes so much electricity that I know what I'm paying. So, your donations, guys, it's really going a long way to help sustain this work. So, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Okay, let's speak with Jay Fansworth, our last speaker for today. Hello, welcome back.
Hey, Glories.
Hi.
Thank you. Sorry. I know you're very tired. I know you're very
Yeah.
tired and you have to leave. I wanted to talk more about Faith. Now, Faith has very many facets to his character, but
Yes.
I think what will bring the entertaining side out of those facets is when he's triggered, or when someone provokes him, because that's when he gets out of character and offers the entertainment that people most entertainment in form of him being petty. And
Yeah.
I wanted to say, you had among the things you mentioned today, you wanted to talk. People have really not said much about Victory, but I think the reason as to why people think Victory is rude, he doesn't know how to talk, it's because of his tone. If you hear the way he talks, he's sort of blunt, and I don't know, even when he's being polite, he sort of comes off as being rude. That's how he talks. And that time when he said that if he was out, he would actually beat up Faith. Let me tell you, one of the hardest things to do is actually fight someone like that who's experienced in the medical field, because they just know which part of your body to touch and incapacitate you for temporarily. He'll not come
Yeah.
physically and be boxing me and all of that. But lastly, I wanted to also let you know what, this time round, after the advice that your
Hello?
friend, I think is,
Okay.
hello, hello, hello,
Hi.
huh,
Yeah,
hello.
carry on, please. Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes, yes.
so
Yeah.
I was saying, after the advice that your friend gave us last time, last Saturday, I think she's Bella. I've chosen to take my rest and sleep and leave this, task to you of watching the Big Brother, because this week,
Yeah.
Glory, I was having dreams, having even conversations with the housemates. I was like, this is not normal. I cannot be having this. So that is why I'm now leaving it to you. It is too
Actually, no,
much consumption. Yeah.
honestly,
And
I totally
and the four
understand.
weeks that I told myself that I was taking, I think this is the last one. Next week I have to go back. I have to go
You go
back.
back
I
to
can't do this.
normalcy.
Yes, I have to go back. So with that said,
Yeah.
thank you so much for today and thank you for
Thank
all that
you.
good work you're doing. Yeah.
I appreciate. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Jay Farnsworth. Every time people like you come on my live, I am always so grateful because I know how busy and hectic your schedule could get. So thank you so much. The fact that you came back again, I am really grateful. Thank you for that. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're going to end the live. But before we do that, I want to give a massive shout out to Belema. Belema was the one that was asking for my account number, and I'm so grateful that after I explained, you went ahead to, send in your donation via Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the kind gesture. Thank you. God bless you. Darren also sent in another donation. Darren, thank you so much. I really appreciate. All right. Thank you so, so much. And so finally, I want to inform all of you that the girls are actually planning something, some sort of game to mess with the guys, right? They started it earlier, but the guys were too serious. So, spearheaded by Dede and Joanna, they decided that when they're in the party room, they're going to be going to whisper in the guys' ears to ask them to tell them things like, "I want to sit on your." Mm-mm-mm. This one will say, "Oh, I want to spend the night in your bed." This one will say, "I want to rock you tonight." Things like that. So they intend to do that when the party is in full swing and everybody is feeling themselves. Alcohol is flowing and everything. So I think it's very exciting and it might set the pace for some drama tonight. Who knows? So let's just wait and see how it goes. All right. But yeah, this is where I'm going to stop talking right now. I want to thank all of you once again for joining today's live conversation. You guys are the realest MVPs. I am grateful. Thank you all so, so much. I will see you guys on another video. I was actually fully aware that Kola Abi, what's his name? K Bobo and Menson, they were having a heated altercation that almost got physical. I was actually aware. Some of you were giving me updates. I could actually see the updates from my own end. So tomorrow I'm going to make a video out of it because I actually have my own theories as to why the whole thing escalated to that point. So I am going to make a video. Look out for that video. Aside that, there were several conversations that happened between Doris and Kola and then Dede and then Jason Jay. I'm going to make videos of all of these things. All right. Hopefully, the videos will come out tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen tonight, if it's going to require me to make videos out of it, but let's just see. All right. But don't worry. As usual, the content will be flowing. As usual, on Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. For those of you on YouTube that do not know that I have those of you on Twitter, the X app, that do not know that I have a YouTube channel, I do have a YouTube channel. It's called Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah. Go ahead and check me out on YouTube. There, I actually give more detailed analysis of everything that happens in the house. On Twitter, I try to just tweet on the go and just put out tweets, as I watch the show. But where I actually give a more in-depth analysis of the show, you find all of that on Twitter. You can connect with me across all my socials. Check out Glory Elijah on TikTok or Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah on TikTok. I am there. I'm everywhere. Check me out everywhere and you'll find me. All right. And also for our Telegram group, oh my goodness, you guys are having so much fun. You guys are having so much fun, even way more than me, because I'm literally here, I'm doing what I'm doing, and you people are seriously keeping the conversation alive on the Telegram group. And that is super exciting. I love to see it. And I want to thank everybody that starts up conversations, that sustains conversations, that just keeps the conversations alive. When the room is quiet, you just raise up conversation and then people join the conversation. You guys are really the best. You guys are the best online family anybody could ever ask for. So if you want to join the Telegram group, go ahead, click the link in the comment section right now. All right. Click the link in the comment section. Okay. That is the link to join the Telegram group. And I noticed that somebody was asking last week, Saturday, when I announced it, that, oh, is Glory going to have time for the Telegram group? Guys, I actually explained. So let me just re-explain. The Telegram group is not only for Glory Elijah. The Telegram group is our second or third or fifth community where we can actually connect, have conversations. If you're watching the show and maybe something is going on and you don't understand what's happening and you need clarity instantly, you can just type it in the Telegram group, ask questions, and people that are also watching the show like you, they will give you explanations. You just have conversations. And maybe you're watching the show and then there's something funny and you just want to share it with someone, and maybe you don't have anybody to share it with around you. You can do all of that. Maybe you don't exist on other social media platforms and you need a safe space, emphasis on safe space. You need a safe space where you can actually banter with people, humor yourself, enjoy the vibes, just more like a community watch party. This Telegram group caters to all of that. All right. Look at the way I'm advertising it as if I'm selling markets. I'm not selling anything. But it's just a safe space and it exists because you amazing people actually asked for it. And so it is live. So go ahead, click on it in the comment section to join. And yeah, that is it. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to thank every single one of you for joining today's live conversation. You guys are simply the best. All right. And once again, I want to apologize for starting late. Thank you all so much for your beautiful understanding. You guys are the best. It is okay. I'm not talking anymore. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you guys on my next video. All right. That video is going to be coming out, I think, in the early hours of the morning because the party is going to pan into midnight. So most definitely you'll get a video. Okay. Finally, enjoy the rest of your evening and have a fantastic weekend. Bye. Okay.